Hello, everybody, and welcome to eDIOCRACY, the show where a bunch of idiots that have no clue what the heck they are doing sit down and save the world. Once again, I am joined by the boys.
Yeah, let's go!
And today we have a special episode for all of you because last time we left off, all of them had just been caught by the guards in the Agrabah food storage.
Yay!
Yeah. We're going to prison.
They're going to prison.
We're being tried for our crimes.
Have you guys been to Have you guys been to prison in this?
No.
Yes, actually, my character has, but that's besides the point.
Like if I run through
You have never
No.
put us into jail.
No, okay.
We've always gotten out and been wanted fugitives.
Well, this might be a new experience for you guys. So,
Are we just going to cut back in and we're in prison?
Someone play the jail like sound effect. That would be funny.
So, unfortunately, I don't have that. But,
That's fine.
without further ado, it is time to jump into this. As all of you start walking toward the door, not even thinking of a second thought with the door, being unlocked and opened, and Marquise not there, you take a step out. And then as soon as all of you make your way right out the door, you see, stepping out right in front of you is a bunch of guards standing in the alleyway. And you see the guard from before that was up in the front, that city guard that was guarding the food storage. He points at all of you and he goes, "Them! Those are the thieves!" And as it happens, you see Yorn just like, What? Us? No!
It's been a misunderstanding.
It's been a huge misunderstanding. We are not thieves.
Exactly. What would I steal? I mean, seriously. And you see Yorn kind of like, you see Yorn kind of like grab his pants and start like pulling him to his side. He's like, I don't even have pockets!
I'm a robot. I don't even need food.
They sent me here in the first place because of the fact that there was some missing food kind of arriving. There was some food kind of missing from all the arrivals and everything. And, of course, we couldn't figure out where it was, but I see now. I see all of you hooligans have been coming in here and taking some of the food for yourselves.
No, that's why we were here in the first place.
Oh, really?
We've only been in this
we
city.
were sitting here by a tavern.
We were only in this city for 4 days.
Yes, we came for the festival, and we've been hired to investigate this exact situation.
One of the other guards just goes, "Let me get things straight. Y'all came here for the festival, and some random person sent you here to figure out where the heck this food's been going, and
Not some random person, one of the tavern owners.
which tavern is that?"
What was the name of the tavern again? I actually asked that. Something about a foot, right?
It's like the Lucky Shoe.
It was not the Lucky Shoe. That was the one in Hestia. I don't know. Like that's out of character, but
I think we need to roll a history check.
yeah, I need to roll a history check.
I never told you the name.
You did actually.
Did with you and
No, I told you a keyword, the lucky foot.
Oh.
I don't know. It's something about a lucky foot.
We actually owed a debt there because one of our party members died to them.
Not to them.
Well, yeah.
Well, it died
with them.
in the facility. That was
Oh.
my dad.
Wait a second. You said someone died in a tavern of recent, and you five were involved?
It was
No, mimic attack.
A mimic attack in the city.
Yep. In the city. From some strange vendor, apparently.
You see all the guards you see the guards kind of like turn toward each other. They start laughing. Look,
me?
we haven't had any problems with any monsters within the city for quite some time now. I'd say it's been a good, I don't know. And look, how long do you think? You know, he turns to one of the guards like, how long do you think it's been? And one of the guards in the end just kind of goes, you know, I'm gonna be totally honest. I don't even remember. It's been so long. So
Okay.
it's
Add a character. No, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
you know, it's been such a long time. I mean, months, maybe a year at this point. So a mimic in the city? Nah, see, you gotta understand how this place works. We've got a magical barrier around the city that would detect anything that, well, is a potential harm. And considering...
Well, your barrier's flawed.
Really? Our barrier's flawed.
Did you not hear reports of somebody burning a mimic alive in the city? No panic, nothing.
What? No.
Really?
Mimics don't burn people alive.
No,
Now they're just making...
No, us burning the mimic. That was us. We did that.
Nah. We haven't heard of any mimic.
Nah.
We didn't hear of any mimic. Did you hear of any mimic? I sure did not.
My mouth flew.
No, but seriously, why are you here?
Told you. We're investigating the food shortage ourselves.
So, instead of going off and getting the actual authorities to do this, you decided to waltz up into a storage. By the way, how did you even get in here? Did this man here give you a key? No, I did not. So if he didn't give you a key, well, how'd you get in? Because he was sitting here to guard this place. And he's supposed to be the one with the only key. So how'd you get in?
Well, it seems like somebody might have turned a blind eye. Yeah, this is out of character. I'm not saying this in character. I'm not trying to get us in trouble.
So, how'd you get in?
I'm gonna let you guys take over this.
Yeah.
They brought up
I'm
my
trying to
father's death, so I'm gonna like lose my marbles if I keep talking to them.
We opened the door and went through it. So that's how we get in. We went inside.
Yeah, Rilo, it's probably not good to be smart towards the guards, but completely understand.
Did anybody catch the other guy's name?
But the other guy that let us in,
Yeah.
Grow. It was Grow that let us in. There's no Grow. Yeah, he was the one that met us around back too. Right?
Pretty sure we're going against everything because I'm pretty sure they told us not to tell.
What?
I'm confused. Is this stuff like in character or?
No, that last comment wasn't.
Okay.
My thing was, it was, I don't know if what they were saying before.
Because I'm pretty sure that the tavern and the guy who let us in said not to tell the guards. So I find it funny that we're just telling the guards now.
So you're telling the guards about Grow now?
No.
Oh, yeah, no. Say no. I was just trying to reminisce and like think about it.
Okay. Look, we don't have all day. You gonna explain this or not? Because if you can't, I'm gonna have to take you in.
Oh yeah, we can explain it. Like I said, we were sent here by one of the local taverns. We could take you to them.
So you were sitting here by a local tavern. Okay, let's say this part's true. Okay?
Mhm.
But, how did you get a key to get inside?
Did we get a key to get inside? Slightly.
The only key that you could have
Good
gotten
question.
is from this guy right here, but he still has the key. And you see him pull it out in front of him. It's like, so he kind of like flaunts it off, and he's just like, so the fact that you didn't have this means that you either broke that lock or you had some help.
Does the lock look broken to you?
Well, from here, I can't tell. There's 5 of you standing in front of a door that should be closed and locked.
That's fair enough, but no, we didn't break the lock.
So what I'm hearing is you had some type of help to get in. Or one of you just one of those master thieves that can just open a lock without breaking it.
Anybody else want to step up here? Or am I going to have to take control the entire time? I need help here, people.
I have a question. How long would our sentence be?
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because we gotta stay here a week anyways.
Are you kidding, Vanessa?
Oh my.
How long is our sentence? Because we're gonna say that breaking and entering is a multi-month sentence.
Well, I mean, so
Yeah,
this is out of character theoretically. You didn't break and enter if you didn't break anything.
No, we didn't break anything.
So it's technically not breaking and entering. It would be trespassing.
Yeah.
But not
Yeah, well,
breaking and entering.
Yeah, trespassing is probably not that long of a.
So if with all that, but yeah, whatever. You see the guard kind of like all the guards kind of like look at each other. They kind of turn back to you and just start laughing. I like that one. That one likes to make things a little easy for us. The rest of you, be quiet real quick. I'll have a conversation with them. So, based on the whole thing, I can't give you an exact estimate. I can't tell you exactly how long you were to be detained because we're supposed to take you in, detain you for a bit, and then we figure out how much you stole, all of that, and depending on the value, it depends how long. And let's just say for some weird reason you went in there, did nothing, and ended up coming out. We would then have to go and figure out how long they want to press charges, and from that, we can then determine a different type of thing. If you truly went in there and you didn't take anything at all, and we could find everything is in its place, then I could say that you'd probably just be locked up, maybe, at most a week. Mostly for the whole, that's mostly for the processing, of court fees, and there might be a court fee or something for the charges of trespassing, but...
This is hypothetical.
My question is we just came out from fighting these rats, and they can see that we are visibly beaten up from something. We've probably got scratch marks, bite marks on us.
I have 2 health at this point. My arm is about to fall off.
Yeah.
Theoretically,
also we helped you get rid of your rat infestation.
Oh yeah, that too.
Rat infestation.
Have you not been down in the storage thing? There are so many rats.
Well, I'm going to be frank with you. No, I have not been in the storage thing because our job is to keep hooligans like you out, which clearly that doesn't work too well.
Your storage is getting eaten up by the rats down there. You think I look like I'm about to die?
You're telling me the missing supplies are based on rats?
Possibly.
No, there was swarms of them.
Swarms.
You got, just trust me, you gotta believe them. I'm just saying, there were a lot of rats, so many. I don't know, I've never seen as many rats before in my life. It was to the point I was actually thinking I was going to die down there. Oh my gosh, there were so many rats, there were swarms of hundreds! We killed hundreds of rats! There were so many!
I'm pretty sure a goblin friend here actually almost drowned a couple times in the rats.
You're telling me there's hundreds of rats sitting down there.
I believe.
Actually, we can
100.
take you there.
Would gladly take you there.
No, look. We'll send some guys down there. They can go check out your rats.
Okay, if they don't come back, then we told you.
He
As
turns.
much as I hate to say it.
You see him turn over to the one in the end, and he goes, "Look, go get platoon 5, bring them here, send them down to go look at this rat problem, and also to check to see if anything else is missing." Okay, yes, sir. I will go get platoon 5. What do you want me to do after that? You should go back to the station, head there, and I'll meet you there with them here. Okay, I'll see you at the station then. And he starts turning and he walks off. And he goes, "Okay, well, I might have to take all of you, detain you. So, real quick, I need you to hand over your weapons." And
Okay.
you see Yorn kind of like reach over. He kind of like reaches towards his dagger and he goes, "Wait, are we actually doing this?"
Yorn,
I haven't
we're
done
gonna
anything
say-
wrong. I haven't done anything wrong. I don't even have any weapons on me.
Well, yeah, but do you really trust them?
I have my father's knife, but
I mean, do you really trust them that easily?
no.
Weapons, please.
I don't have
Yeah.
any weapons on me.
Okay.
Can I
Yes,
can I roll insight on the guy trying to get our weapons?
Like, just.
See if he's got any shady dealings or not. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a little deeper than what you could do with insight. What exactly are you trying to see based
Actually,
on
can I cast detect evil and good?
it? Sure. I mean, technically, isn't that like a somatic thing?
Like that it has parts?
Not somatic.
No.
No,
Oh, no, that's-
voice. Like, isn't that like a voice thing?
So
What type of
Not sure,
components
no.
does it have?
It has a V and an S.
So that's voice. So it's
verbal.
verbal and somatic.
Mm.
So I mean, technically you can, but I will warn you, he'll probably notice. So it's your choice. If you
Yeah,
want
I'm
to
not
do insight, you got to be a little more specific with what exactly you're looking for. Because you're like, well, see if he's got
Any-
shady dealings. Like, I
any
can't
hint,
tell you if he's got shady dealings or not.
Any hint of malice in his look or his eyes?
Okay. Sure. Yeah, roll insight then.
That's gonna be a 19.
So, looking at the guy, you feel that, like, something's up. You know, like, you see that, like, he can look at you with a straight face, almost like he's done this 1,000 times and he's almost, like, dead inside. Like, he's a hard ass. But, you do notice that, like, the entire time, like, he's got his hands, like, almost ready to pull out a weapon.
Actually, sir, do you think we could bargain?
A bargain?
Yes.
For what? Your freedom?
Yes.
And and you just kind of like see him like look kind of oddly at the other guards there. Kind of you hear him just do kind of like a little bit of a light chuckle like.
What would our bail gold be?
Your
Usually.
bail? Well, for Well, for trespassing, that's gonna be, well, typically around 30 to 40 gold pieces. If you broke anything, that'd be considered breaking and entering. So that'd probably be another 50, 60 on your sentence. And, well, to kind of play it all off, if for any reason you resisted arrest, that'd probably be another 120.
Good.
And bribing an officer, that would be 300.
Because what I was gonna say is we could pay our bill now, and we wouldn't have to worry about it. But that's fine.
Yeah, no, we're not really bribing an officer. We're just paying our bail.
You pay your bail at the courthouse.
Okay. Can you escort us to the courthouse so we can pay our bail and go?
Have you ever been to prison, son?
Yeah, but I figured I could talk my way out of it this time.
Well, unfortunately, it's
was a
not how
joke.
we do things here. We like to actually do our jobs. Okay. I need the weapons, though.
I raise up my hands and like pat me down.
Alec hands over his weapons.
Yep.
Just gonna hand over her weapons as well.
So,
I hand over my weapon. So.
and you see Yorn kind of like reach over and he like very slowly hands one of the guards his dagger, and he turns over and he whispers to Olgaroth. He goes, "Hey, buy me like 3 minutes." And
What do you mean?
just do it. And then you see him kind of like step back a couple steps like behind all of you, and the guard just like the guard, after taking your weapons, the one guard there goes, "Okay, well, it's time for us to take you down to the station. So, all of you ready to go? All of you ready to go to jail?"
Yep, sure am. And I take a step forward and like I attempt to dislocate my kneecap from my leg. so I fall over. Basically, I just slam my kneecap and you just see like a bolt come out. I just like my leg starts to fall off. I'm like, "Oh, would you look at that?" And I just fall down. You guys gonna have to drag me now.
Vanessa's gonna
Roll me performance check.
Please God. Please
Can Vanessa
God,
aid in this performance?
Can Vanessa try to like kick it?
Sure, you can have advantage.
Hang on.
Sure, Olgaroth, you get advantage on it.
Alright, cool. Yeah, let me get advantage. Accidentally rolled, but advantage. 18!
Vanessa with her panic look like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?"
Yes, I'm fine. Yes, I'm fine. Chill
Wow, the greatest times for this to happen.
out. Yep, unfortunate. Sorry, I have a bad knee. I gotta get that fixed.
Well, it doesn't help from all the damage from all the rats down there.
Yeah, this is also what happens when you try to book people who have been injured horribly.
Okay,
They're trying to
okay,
get rid of
fine.
your
I
test
get it. I get it. Look,
Here, can you at least just help me fix my leg and then we'll go? I'm sorry. I apologize.
Davison, Gregory, both of you, carry him. Sir, no. By the way, no offense. Like he turns to Olgaroth. No offense, but you realize how much he probably weighs?
Yeah, I am built like a brick shit house. So
Fine. Jeez.
they can just no. They can just pick me up and then I'll just walk with one leg. I still have the other functioning leg. I'll help support some of the weight.
Why do I have a feeling you're gonna? This is okay. Why do I have a feeling that you're just gonna break the other leg?
Okay. Fine, gee, since you want to be a baby about it. Davison, Xanders, both of you help him up. He's gonna walk on the one leg. Gregory, go to the station. We'll talk later.
Is he calling me a baby?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, I was
Oh.
like, no, I'm the one helping
no.
them.
He's no See, this is why we need to actually like continue the scene and stop cutting it off. He's saying that to the other guard who just complained.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of assumed.
That's what I assumed too.
I'm gonna go insane with you guys. I'm gonna go insane. Okay.
And while we're going back to the station, Vanessa's actually gonna like check over the rest of the party.
So.
I hope slow down just a tiny bit as she's checking over people.
So the guard sends the other two to help him up, and as they're helping him up, one of them kind of like they kind of like, I mean they help him up, get him on his one leg, and the other one looks and he goes, your leg,
Huh?
is that completely robotic?
Yeah. I'm a Warforged.
Huh. That's kind of cool. Are you able to like just make a new leg and just slap it on? Does it
Man,
work
I
like
could
that?
probably just reattach it. Like, it's not that hard. I just would need to do it as soon as we get to the station, if that's okay.
Oh yeah, no, I was just wondering. It's kind of
It's not.
interesting.
It just kind of sucks when it happens like that. I have a bad knee joint right now, and I need to work on that.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, that's kind of cool. Well,
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering. You know, I haven't seen one of your kind around here, and I was a little interested. Xanders, yes, sir. Come on, bring them. Yes, sir. And he kind of like starts moving you along, and as he's starting to move you get a glance over your shoulder and you see Yorn behind you, and you can see that like you see almost like a circular glow kind of imprint into the ground for a second as it like fades away from him, like basically drawing out what looked like runes on the ground. And then like as it fades away, he kind of like starts walking behind like close, and you'll start making your way down the alley, and then eventually down toward the station. So, after a little bit of traveling, you finally start arriving at the station. And as you arrive, you immediately see, like guards busting their way out, essentially. And you see one of the guard from before as well. You see the guard from before kind of like bringing out some others. And he's like, he goes, yes, sir. I got platoon 5. They're heading there now. Really? Come on, it took you this long to get here? What were you doing along the way? Well, sir, I didn't get to eat lunch because we got that random call, so I grabbed some lunch while we were, on the way. Boy, I'm gonna have to talk to you later. Okay, go. I'll take them inside and get them settled. You go down there, okay? And then, honestly, I don't even know. Just get out of my sight. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Bye. And you see him just
Bye.
Yeah, you see him just like run off with the other guards, and he goes, man, I can never get any good help these days. And he just starts.
Well, you see.
he starts walking and leading all of you along again, and you'll end up going into the station there. It's not that big. The first room there is a bunch of you see a bunch of desks and everything, where you see a bunch of you see where a couple guards are like kind of sitting. There's a table in the back that looks like a lounge area or whatever. And they've got a few like bakery snacks essentially set up for guards and everything. You can also see like a bunch of weapons off to your left, kind of like racked around the wall and everything. But as you walk through, you see a bunch of guards kind of like looking over, and one of them just like he goes, really, Captain? You had to bring in more today? Like, what? How many are you gonna bring in today? He goes, that's none of your concern, okay? Now get back to work. Yes, sir. Look, I was just joking. You're doing great, Captain. Man, shut up and get back to work. And
Man, shut up.
and he opens a door for you and leads you into the back room there. And all of you end up walking in, and he follows right behind. And in the room, you essentially just see there's 3 cells lined up, and you see 2 cells that are already full. Got about one cell's got about 6 people, and the other one's got 8. Just all of them are kind of in there, not saying a word or anything. And he starts leading all of you. It's like, okay, you're gonna be the cell on the right. Go on ahead, make yourself cozy.
How big is the cell, Johnny?
The cell, it's about a 10 by 10, so 10 feet wide, 10 feet back.
Okay.
So, it's a little cramped with a few people.
Okay, because I was gonna be like, just complain about like the size.
So, but you'll end up making your way in. The guards, there is a little bench in the back of it. There's a little bench in the back of it, and you even see like on the ground there's like a bedroll essentially set up. And he goes, typically we only have about 1 or 2 people at a time in here, but as of late, festival and all that, there's a few more of you. So hopefully you get to know each other pretty well if you don't already. And well, I don't know, maybe you'll enjoy your new home. And he slams the door shut. They lock you in there, and he walks away. And the one guard, that was talking to you about your leg before, Olgaroth, turns over and he goes, is there anything I could do, make this somewhat easier? If you need any water or anything.
You guys need any water or anything?
Not really. I mean, we just kind of need to be informed when we can pay our bail.
We have to. There's a bunch of paperwork that has to be done. Captain will do it.
If I were to be honest, though, I would much prefer a larger cell.
Unfortunately, this is all we got for right now, unless you want to go to the actual prison. So,
Here will be fine, right? At least for now.
I can try.
So,
And
sorry.
You feel like shivering a little bit.
I'll come let you know after the captain turns in the paperwork. Once he gets the acceptance paper back. I have no clue how long that will take, but when he does, I'll come back and tell you. And if y'all need anything, well, if there's a guard in here, let him know, but I would suggest not yelling out for a random person unless it's an emergency. So,
Do you have another different question? If we are proven innocent and we at least pay our bail, one of the 2 ways, will we get our weapons back?
Yes. If you are in fact deemed innocent, you will get your weapons back. Now for the armor and everything, we didn't take that off before because, well, it's a lot of paperwork taking a bunch of stuff. The paperwork's already bad enough with weapons. But depending how long it'll take, they might send me and probably a couple other guards to come back and take your armor and everything and get you new clothes. So I just wanted to give you a heads up with that, but we don't like paperwork here, so we're letting you keep your armor for now. But
Okay.
just be
Yes.
ready in case.
Thank you, I guess.
So, yeah, well, good luck, and hopefully everything turns out fine. And he just starts walking away. And you see Yorn just like you see Yorn kind of like in the back of the cell, like right under the bench. Essentially, you see him almost like drawing with his finger, and then you realize he's starting to like make runes, and he goes and like he's mumbling under his breath. He's like, okay, it's this one, and this. Gotta get this one. And, man, what's the next one? Oh yeah, this.
Vanessa, not wanting to bother him, she just goes to Algar. It's like, can you actually reattach that, or are you gonna need help?
If you want to
There-
help me, if you want to help me hold it so I can try to screw this back in, I really just knocked a couple screws loose.
Oh, so what was that?
Me detaching my leg,
Yeah.
I like sort of like pull her in close. And I'm like, it was a distraction for Yorn.
Okay. But yeah, Vanessa's gonna help Algara put his leg back on.
So
Yeah.
you put the leg back on. You spend a few minutes there, just kind of chilling, and then you hear a voice from like the other side of the wall, in the cell right next to you, and just like, psst, hey, did I see a Warforged walk in with you?
I kind of hear this and I go, yeah, he's the one speaking.
Hey, I noticed you had a messed up leg. Do you need any help with that?
Nah, I think I got it, but I appreciate it, man.
He goes, okay. I was just wondering because I used to work with my father. We worked on lots of I guess you could call it robotics.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Technically we worked on machines, but in our spare time we had a couple Warforged friends that would come to us for repairs.
Oh, nice. What's your
Yeah.
name, man?
That's the funny part. So some of my friends call me Ingy, some call me Engineer. It's all for the fun part. But my good friends call me Dale.
All right. Well, nice to meet you, Dale.
Yes, it's nice to meet you too. And he reaches his hand around the bar, and then you just hear a random voice that's like, "Hey, keep your arms inside the cell." And his arm rips back, and he goes, "Sorry, just made a new friend over here, and I just wanted to shake his hand. Is that really that big of a problem?" It is a problem. Because you're not supposed to keep your hands. You're supposed to keep your hands inside the cell and not put them outside the cell. So, keep your hands, arms, and legs inside the ride at all times. Yes, sir.
Cry.
And,
Yes, this is definitely a ride. All right.
and he's just like, well, he goes, well, if you need anything, I guess I'll be right over here. But good
All
luck
right.
with good luck with the whole leg thing, I guess.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
And so, you're kind of left there, and just kind of like sitting there for a minute or so, and then you see Yorn kind of like finish up this huge circle of runes, essentially, and he stops and he goes, wait a minute. Crap! That dude is out of order? Oh no. Oh, this would be bad. No, it was water, fire, water, earth, time, and there was another time and water. Oh gosh. If I screwed this up. I should have written this stuff down. Why didn't I write it down? Gosh. And he pulls out you see him pull out a notebook and he starts like just drawing it down in a little notebook that he has. Pretty much leaving all of you to sit there and enjoy your time.
You're in prison.
You're in prison.
So, I sort of go up to Yorn, not trying to step in the ruins, but I'm like, Yorn, what are you doing?
And you see him like drawing in the notebook, and he kind of stops and he goes, well, if you must know, the distraction.
Oh.
Like what you did, your distraction. That's what this is. It's the thing I was working on during your distraction.
Okay. And what is the thing?
Well,
Don't say it too loud.
Okay, it's a theory, but if I could get this to work, I could theoretically transport us from the cell back to the spot in front of the storage, well, behind the storage technically, where you caused that distraction. See, back there, I drew a set of runes that I'm trying to remember the exact order of, and it's going to basically create a portal to allow us to go there. The problem is I'm trying to remember the exact order because it's very finicky. It's very hard to explain this whole thing. Kind of wish he was with us and Hector. Hector was a lot better. It was a lot easier to explain it back there. Maybe one of them can explain it to them and explain it to you or something. But essentially, a certain set of runes kind of like it takes two places and it just kind of stitches the two places in time. I don't have the whole nix of it or anything. You know, I don't have the whole thing. And honestly, I'm gonna be totally honest. I've never tested this with people before. But in a worst case scenario, I don't want to end up in prison. So
Yeah, I don't either.
I'd rather, die trying to get out of here than, having to be thrown into a prison for I don't know how long. Because like I said before, I'm not sure if I exactly trust them.
Yeah, I don't either.
Did you hear that before? They didn't even know a mimic was in the town, and they said that there's just like this magical barrier that like said that it protects everyone from harm. Like it's a bunch of crap. It's just like,
yeah, it's a lie.
Yeah. If anything, it's
an extreme lie.
If anything, it's gonna be like a curse, like the previous village. Just, oh yeah, you weren't there for that, but trust me, it was a lot of pain. A lot of pain.
Well,
all of that.
I heard about it.
So it was.
I said I was following you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Very.
Didn't hear about Hector though. Interesting.
Yeah. No. Yeah, Hector. I've got some friends there essentially. We went to the Hector library where they talked to some people, all that stuff. Oh well. But the main thing though is that there was something that I worked a long time ago with the professor there. And we were working on this way of being able to transport things very, basically far away. Do like instant transporting. We mostly did things like send letters through, but we're not sure how it would affect people. And honestly, we never actually had a reason to send anyone through, but now I have a reason to send someone through, and that someone's me, because I don't want to be here. So yeah,
Well, it could be all of us, but
yeah.
I
So
don't want to be here.
yeah. But essentially, I'm going to be trying to. I'm going to be. The point of this is if I get this in the right order, and I'm able to start it up, we could have a portal to get us right out of here. There's just one problem if this does work. I don't know how to turn it off.
Oh.
So if I turn it on and we run, I'm not exactly sure. Well, if
we'll
anyone,
be able to turn it
if we'll
off.
be able to turn it off, they might follow us through. And also because of the fact that it's back in the storage where they sent those other guards, if the guards catch us there, the only way we can go is back in, and then we'll be sent back here. So, yeah,
Yeah.
kind of a problem. So, like I said,
It's a
I haven't
pretty
figured
big
everything out,
problem.
but I don't know. We'll think of something.
Right. And we'll think of something. With our heads combined, we can get it done.
Yes. Hopefully our heads don't actually combine going through this, though.
Oh, that would be really messed up.
Oh, that would be really painful. Actually,
Yeah,
would
I
that be
agree.
painful if our heads combined? Nah. Honestly, now that I think
one
about
of
it,
us would probably be dead.
and we'd probably we'd probably die. We'd probably just die.
It would just be some horrible amalgamation.
That would probably it'd probably just be
Yeah.
be really odd. So
Maybe we just shouldn't talk about it.
yeah, maybe that's
probably-
probably a good idea. That would be, oh gosh, that'd be disgusting. Because imagine if all of us went through and all of us, that's even
What?
even worse. Oh my gosh, that would be,
Wait, what'd you say? What did you say, O'Reilly?
What did you say? What did he say? Don't talk about it. Don't
Yeah.
think about it.
That's a
See,
good
he
point.
is
I could
pointed
just
to
get
go.
back to remembering the runes.
Yeah,
And
let's remember the rune.
yeah, and he just goes in and he starts you see him kind of start writing stuff down in his notebook again. And as that happens, you start hearing some loud stompy footsteps after you hear a door open and loud stompy footsteps come through, and you see the captain coming with a couple guards, and he goes, I don't know how in the heck it got through that fast, but I did the paperwork, sent it in, and within minutes, it was approved. So, pretty much, to let you know, I don't have to take the rest of your stuff. We are keeping your weapons, though, for safety precaution. We are going to have to hold you for a few nights, possibly a week, while we're trying to get the second set of papers through. But overall, by the way it looks, it seems that somebody in high places is starting to kind of look into your case a lot more. So, wanted to give you the heads up. Other than that, I don't... And you see him kind of look toward the floor where Yorn is. He goes, hey, what's he doing?
Arts and crafts. He gets bored easily. Go.
Yeah, he's just drawing pictures.
I don't have the energy or get paid enough to even worry about it. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna go get things settled and everything. I'll come back and tell you when your court date's gonna be. And you see him just walk off again with the guards, and one of the guards kind of stays and he unlocks the cell and he goes, he unlocks it and he walks in and he goes, okay. So, we're not going to take your armor and everything because honestly, we don't really want to give you new clothes and everything. But for any of you that are injured, we do have a medic on standby here. They did state that y'all looked a little beat up, so if you want to go, you can go one at a time to go get checked up. and you can go check get checked up by our doctor that we've got here. So if you have the choice now, if you would like.
You guys go ahead and make your choice. I can survive a little bit longer.
Ugg would like to get checked up.
I'll like to get checked up.
Okay, who's first?
Ugg, because he doesn't really want to be in the cell.
So seeing you like, non-hesitantly just get up and start walking toward the cell door, he goes, "Okay, we'll be back in just a minute." Closes the door. He closes the door again, locks it, and he escorts Ugg out to the front area where, in the lounge area there, you see a couple guards kind of like, lounging around, and, you see others around, of course, working and doing paperwork and stuff, but he goes, "Okay, here's our doctor." And when you go to look at the doctor, you see the guy from the morgue, dressed up like from the morgue. You see the guy there, and he's instead of being in his like black suit, you see him in kind of like he's got almost like priest clothes on. It's all white. It's got a huge like red cross, but you don't see like he's not wearing a hat or anything. And he goes, "Well, this is a set of circumstances that I didn't think I'd see you in. Well, I'm here to check up on your injuries. Seems you got a few bruises, few nicks there. So, anything particular hurts?"
All over.
"I see. Well, in that case, let's get that all fixed up." And you see him kind of like reach in his bag and start like he's got a little like pouch on his left hip, and he kind of like reaches in, fiddles through it a bit, and then you see him pull out this small little like crystal ball. It's about the size of maybe like a golf ball, and he hands it to you and goes, "Hold this." And as he hands it to you, he then goes and casts Cure Wounds on you. Sorry, give me a sec. Gotta rip out the dice real quick. Didn't rip out the dice. I don't always do that. I don't know why. So, he's gonna go and he is going to heal you for 7 health. So, he's gonna heal you for 7 health, essentially.
Feels a bit better.
Yeah, he goes, "That's good. I would do more, but I'm gonna be totally honest. And he goes, "I probably shouldn't. You had friends in there that needed some help, right?"
Yeah. We were all not in the best state.
I see. He goes, "Well, looking at you, you're not exactly in the best state, but should help with the pain just a little bit. So, I guess good luck in there, and hopefully I don't have to see you in prison." And the guard kind of walks back over and he goes, "Okay, well, time to go get the next one." And he starts escorting you like out of the room. So, as he escorts you out of the room, he gets you back toward the cell. He unlocks it, lets you in, and then he goes, "Okay, who's next?" Anybody else? Want to go get your...
I know Arilo said he wanted to.
Arilo said he wanted to, so.
Yeah, I need medical assistance.
Okay, let's go, big guy. And you walk out of the cell. He closes it, locks it, and he leads you back up to the front. And you see the morgue guy. He goes, "Damn, did they get your entire group?"
Yeah.
Of course. Okay. Okay, tell me what hurts.
Let's see, the hills. So they really like biting below.
I see. Okay, well, let me see what I can do about that. And takes crystal ball, gives it to you, and he goes, "Hold on to this." And then he casts Cure Wounds, healing you for 6 health. He goes, "That should help a little bit." He takes the ball back and goes, "Well, that's about all I could do for you. Was there anyone else in there that needed help? Or just you?"
Not sure.
Okay. And the guard comes over and he goes, "Okay, well, let's get you back inside and we'll see if anybody else needs help." And then he leads you back.
Okay.
So you end up going back, and once Arilo's let in the cell, he goes, "Okay, anybody else need any help of any kind? Anything at all?"
I'll go.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay. Wait. So, Olgroth's going, or?
Yeah, Olgroth's going.
Okay. So he leads you back out front, and as you go out front, as the door opens, you see the guy from the morgue, and you see the guy. The guy gets a look at you, and he's just like, "Man, when a big guy told me that got the whole group, well, I don't know. Something told me not to expect this, but I'm gonna tell you, this is kind of a funny turn of events. So,
Yeah, but it's funny how the universe works, you know?
yeah, hey, you
Pretty
look
crazy.
me up too. Did the guards
Yep.
give you that much of a hassle?"
No, it was mostly just, ads. But, yeah, they gave us a little bit of a hassle.
Wait, did you say rats?
Yes.
You're telling me a bunch of rats did this to you?
You weren't there. You didn't see how many rats there were.
That's true. I didn't see it. Okay.
Like, they were swarm. They looked like they were under control. Like,
I see. Well,
they're all like a hive mind or something. I don't know. It's weird. Okay. But I'm not gonna waste your time with that.
yeah. Whatever. What?
Yep.
Okay. Where does it hurt?
A little bit of here, a little bit of there, and I lift up my arm, and it's basically just dangling off of like a wire.
And you see him him turn
yeah.
over and look at the guard, and he goes, I'm not an engineer.
Well, I could do the little fixing, but the pain does kind of suck. So if you can just hit him with a cure wounds or something, I think I could fix up the rest. It's just I'm feeling really weak.
And he looks over at he looks over at the guard again. And he goes, "Where am I? Is he even like? Does he have any organic parts?"
Listen, I've used cure wounds on myself. It should work.
Okay. Well, and
You can try.
he takes the crystal ball and he hands it to you and he goes, "Well, hold on to this."
Alrighty.
And he goes and he casts cure. He goes to cast cure wounds. And it heals you for 8 health. And he just like you see him kind of like somewhat shocked, you know, just looking at him.
Right.
Well, calling me impressed. I can now heal metal with cure wounds. That's
Yep. Pretty crazy. You learn something new every day.
whatever.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. I
Anybody
feel
else in
better.
there need anything?
Probably. Our cleric friend probably needs some help.
Your cleric friend. What?
Yeah.
What are they? What are they just completely out of juice at this point?
I don't know. I don't know how much they had to use. They had to bring me back. They brought a couple other people back from the brink of death.
Jeez, man.
Yeah.
I mean, by the looks of you, I could see you were at least somewhat strong, but I kind of some rats doing this. Wow, those rats must have been strong, I guess.
Like I said, they weren't normal rats. They were definitely something else.
Okay, he goes. Okay, I'm done with them. And the guard's just like, okay, well, let's get you back in there.
Alrighty.
So goes to escort you, and y'all get back. You get back to the cell, and he goes, "Okay. Anybody else?"
Vanessa just stays quiet.
Vanessa, you need to get checked out.
I'm good.
I wasn't asking. Hang on. Can she go get checked out?
Look, if she doesn't want to go get checked out, I'm not gonna go force her to get checked out. It's not my problem.
I give her a look of, please, just go get checked out.
Vanessa sighs like, fine.
Thank you.
And she gets up.
He drags Vanessa along, essentially gets them, brings her to the front, and she sees the guy from the morgue, and he's just like, "So, you're the cleric, right?"
Unfortunately, I am.
Unfortunately.
He's like, "Yeah, I was kind of talking to your Warforged friend there, you know, the one with all the metal parts, and he was telling me y'all were fighting a bunch of rats. Hold this," and he hands you the crystal ball.
She grabs it without questioning it.
Yeah. He then cast Cure Wounds on you for be 7 health. He goes, "So the rats, they gave you a lot of problems."
Yep. And red glowing eyes, too.
Red glowing eyes. I mean, I know that they can have red eyes, but glowing?
Yeah.
What do you mean by glowing? Like the light was reflecting off of them kind of weird, or?
Nope. They were emitting light.
Oh, that is kind of a strange predicament. Okay. So where exactly did all this happen?
In the food pantry.
Food? You mean the food storage down the road?
Yep.
Like the town's food storage?
Mm-hmm. We actually, To tell a long story short, the tavern we were staying at sent us there to figure out the problem, and then they thought we were thieves.
All right.
And that's why we're here.
You know, I'm gonna be totally honest. I shouldn't question the motives of those gnomes, but what exactly would they expect from this?
Yeah. It's either we had to do this or pay a fine for, the removal of the body.
Those gnomes really know how to play with people. Okay. I think I can get the gist of it. Okay, well, I'm done with her. You can send her back. And the guard goes, okay, well, let's go. And he gets you up, and as you're walking toward the door, he goes, you hear the morgue guy go, well, good luck in there. And then the guard leads you through, getting you back to the cell. And after he leads you into the cell, he goes, okay, what about the goblin? And Yorn's just sitting there, like, writing in his books, like, it was this one. No, it was that one. No, crap, it's this one.
He's fine.
And he'll be okay.
Okay, well, that's pretty much it. If y'all need anything, don't ask. And you see him, he just kind of like, light, he shuts the door hard, but doesn't slam it. It's a light slam.
Yeah.
Basically locking it up, and he just walks away at that point. And
All right then.
so you then see you hear the door the door that leads to the back area open and then close, and you just hear I think he's gone. Okay. Psst. Hey. Metal Man. If you told me your name, I forgot it.
I didn't, but what's up, Dale?
Hey, so they didn't exactly pat me down too well, so I still have this. And he reaches around with a wrench and he goes, "You can use this to fix your leg."
Oh. Hey, thanks.
I
I take the wrench.
yeah, he goes, "No problem. Just after you fix your leg, I do kind of need it back."
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. And so I quickly tighten up the bolts and stuff that are on my leg and everything, and I'm like, all right, got that, got this, and here it slip, and he goes, oh shit. Hang on. And I go and I fix that one. I'm like, all right, I think I'm done. I hand it quickly back over to him. I'm like, thanks.
Yeah. And as you hand it, he goes, "Thanks." He goes, "So, by any chance, are your is your life force essentially like organs and are you half human, or are you just
No.
fully robotic? Do you have an energy core?"
Yeah, I'd say I have an energy core
Okay.
powered by the radiant energies of the sun.
Oh wow, that's actually really cool. Is there
Yeah.
is there any way to I'm just curious. Is there any way that that you could possibly take it out and put it in something else?
Oh.
So if you remove the core at any reason, it would you just die.
Are you trying to take out my core?
No, I was just look. Okay, so I've been in here for a couple of days. Okay, and I'm gonna be totally honest. I don't like being in here, and
Fair enough.
by the sounds of it, they're not gonna let me out anytime soon. I mean, seriously, I think it's been
What did
days.
you do?
Okay, I may have blown up the side of this lady's house, but it's not my fault.
Uh-huh.
Look, all I was trying to do is I was trying to basically make it's like a, think of it like, you've seen a confetti cannon before, right?
Yes, I've seen a confetti cannon before.
Yeah, I was basically taking one of those, but I modified it so I could fire out other things, such as watermelons and potatoes and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
and the entire purpose was supposed to be like a faster transportation, being able to like fling it, fling it about 50 yards away and,
Uh-huh.
and shoot it into a basket or something. Well, what happened is I torqued it up a little too much, and I decided to, I wasn't getting the velocity to send it as far as I thought, so I may have used a little bit of explosive powder.
Oh. Well, there was your first mistake.
Yeah. Unfortunately, explosive powder does not mix well with watermelon, and well, the watermelon part did nothing. However, the explosive powder, the whole thing kind of backfired, and it blew a huge hole in this woman's wall, and, well, she pressed charges. So now I'm here. But I don't like being here.
Yeah.
So,
Fair enough.
So
So.
you're saying there's no way to take the core out of your body safely and put it in, like, I don't know, like a cannon?
Are you trying to take core? Listen, I'm powered by the radiant energy of the sun.
Wow.
If you were to do that, I would probably, well, it would probably explode very violently. Like, it could probably take out half a city block. I wouldn't do that.
Oh,
I
I
wouldn't
see.
do that if I were you.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that
Some
that
cores
would
are
be
just
a problem.
powered by like magic. Mine's
Mm.
magical energy from.
Are
the
your
sun.
are your like
So,
limbs modified in any way?
I got one modification, but legally I'm not gonna speak on that one.
Like, is that on your arm?
Yeah.
And you see him reach his hand around like for a handshake, and he goes, "Let me see."
I told you I legally cannot pull it out right now.
Well, legally you're in jail right now, so legally it doesn't matter.
Well, legally I could be in jail a lot longer if I end up pulling it out.
Look, the guards are not in here. Just let me look.
Alright, and then you just see like. Okay, and I was gonna bring this up out of session, but I have. Remember how you asked me before my character got introduced if I had attachments or not?
Yeah.
I said maybe we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
My whole musket thing is an arm attachment.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, it's like a cannon that comes out of my arm.
Got it.
Yeah. That's why I was like, legally, I can't talk about that one.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, okay, fine. Fine. That's completely fine. So I transform my arm, and you can see like the barrel of the cannon thing, and I stick it out, and I'm like, happy now?
And he goes, wait a minute. He goes, what? Wait, is that your arm?
Yeah.
That's
My arm.
that's not how it looked like when it came in. Wait, can you just transform it out of like at will?
Yeah. I like close my fist, and you just go back in.
He goes, whoa, that's cool. And then he like takes the arm and he pulls you toward the wall unexpectedly a little bit, almost banging your head against it. He goes, oh, sorry, I was getting a better look. And he goes, huh. He goes, is there any way for you to take the arm off?
No, there's no way for me to take the arm off. I'm sorry.
So your leg can come off, can go off and on at free will, but you can't take the arm off?
Well, yes, but I don't want to. I like my arm.
No, don't worry. I'm not gonna like break the arm. Trust me.
Yeah, but are you gonna take it? Because I kind of need my arm.
Well, no, I'll give it right back.
think I'm gonna say no.
What?
I can't.
What?
I can't
Why not?
manage it. Why? What are you planning on doing with it?
Well, if you must know,
Are you gonna reverse engineer my arm into some sort of like boom boom device to get out of here?
no, your arm's already set for that. What I was going to do is use some explosive powder that's in this pouch that I still have, and I was going to put, and I was going to
do what? Okay.
I was going to put the explosive powder inside the arm, where you've got basically the barrel of a gun, and to see if I can blast this door open.
Give me like 5 minutes to think about it. If you'll let my arm go.
Okay, fine.
Does he let the arm go?
Yeah, he lets it go. He lets it go.
I bring my hand back in, and I'm like, guys, this guy I met right next to him. Did you guys hear the conversation at all?
This one's the water. No. This one's time. This one's time, and then that one.
Except for him,
That
I know
one's-
he hasn't heard anything.
Spirit and.
Vanessa looking
Yeah.
up from her journal. She's like, what?
You didn't hear any of that conversation, did you?
No.
Okay, well, so he had a dumb idea to potentially. Well, not dumb. It was an idea. He had an idea to get us out of here. At least to get himself out of here. I figured if he did that, he could use that as a distraction to get us out of here. Because of what Yorn's doing over there.
Even if we do make it out of here, how are we going to get our weapons?
The chaos and pandemonium. We're just down the street. The teleportation spot would be just down the street from where the thing is. If anything, we can go the distraction, try to fight through the guards. See, here's the thing. A took your weapons away. They're built into me. I didn't have weapons to take. Hammer summonable. My ranged weapon, and I like take my arm and like squeeze my hand and the gun attachment comes out. Yeah, it's built in. Oh, and then I like close it back and it transforms again. Stop saying
this
that.
one. This one's the time rune. This one's.
So
This
what
one's
I'm
the
thinking.
water.
Okay, what I'm thinking our plan should be is I help him out. That's our distraction. I'll try to keep the guards off of us. You guys grab your weapons, and then we'll meet back here, teleport out, and then go as quickly as we can. I'm not usually one to break out of prison. I've done it one time, but I'm not going to talk about that. But I think this, as dumb as it is, it might work.
You're trying to break out like we've done something.
Well, as far as they know, that we've done something. Even though we haven't done anything. Who knows? They might try to keep us in here. I mean, maybe we could wait a little while, but
Can
I
we at
don't
least
know.
wait till our bail? See if we can pay it off?
yeah, let's do that. I'm just saying, as a worst case scenario, we should
'Cause-
probably think about how to get out of here.
Unlike you, I've never been to jail before, so I'm kind of I'm putting my whole faith into it that
With another time.
since we've done nothing wrong,
Trusting in the legal system?
I just. This one and.
yeah, I know how
think-
it sounds.
Yes, this is
No,
it.
I mean, I'm just saying you're better than me.
Ah, this is it. Yes, I got it. Okay. And you see
And
Yord
I go,
quickly.
"Shh, quiet down. What?
You see Yord quickly start like drawing runes, and like he's basically overwriting the previous runes, and he's like, okay, I do this and this and this, and he's like drawing, and he's like, okay, I think I've gotten it down how I had it before, and now if I draw these, it should allow me to be able to set this up so we can have a way out just in case. Oh yeah, by the way, and he stops, he turns to you. By the way, the thing with your arm, I heard the whole thing. That guy seems crazy. Don't do it. And then he goes back to drawing again.
Fair enough, but yeah, we're not gonna do that right now.
He's like,
Just
yeah.
saying, it would be a good distraction.
He goes, he goes, you're, as he's like writing, or like as he's drawing the runes, he goes, you're your firearm, your firearm, your arm, whatever, your arm.
Yes.
When you
Yes.
fire the weapon out of it, you use like rune cards, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you see the bottom of my arm open up, and it's like where I can put in a bunch of rune cards at once.
And he goes, yeah, it's not gonna, this isn't gonna work. It's not gonna work then. If you put gunpowder in there, it's not going to work. Gunpowder just doesn't work like that. It can't work in those. That's why do you think you don't ever see any guns with like
Bullets in them.
yeah, we don't use you don't use like legitimate bullets. We used to, but they're not as good as what these are now. So, and the fact that they can mass produce these is why we use them. But
Right.
like using gunpowder with that, I mean, it's just most thing he's gonna do is probably blow back and end up shredding your arm into pieces.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
If not killing himself in the process.
That probably wouldn't be good
So-
for old Dale.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah, our other option, really, is just to get out of here when nobody's noticing.
I don't know. We could probably do what Vanessa is saying and trust in the legal system. We'll see where it goes. If worst comes to worst, we'll do that.
And you just see Yorn stop drawing, like as he's drawing the last rune. He goes, "I'm sorry. You trust them?"
Oh hell no! How many? I've fought a corrupt legal system. I don't believe anything that they're telling us, but I'm willing to do it for her.
Vanessa's head's just back in her journal.
And he turns to Vanessa and he goes, "So you trust everything we've been through up this far?"
Fair, she hasn't really been to prison before, so
Not really. However, I think we're gonna cause more harm than good if we run.
No, they're gonna cause us more harm than good if we stay.
how do you know that though? It's just. I mean, yes. Do they seem like corrupt officials? Yes. Oh, are you right?
Plus, we
Yeah,
don't
most
even
likely.
know where Marquise is.
You can find him. That's not. Dang. Be off sipping tea or something.
I'm not entirely sure about that. See, I've got a few
Well-
theories, and it's very strange, and I don't have really anything to back it up. But okay, think of it. We went down into that basement. We ended up finding a whole secret room back there, full of like a bunch of food in which you would think, well, would be missing. In this exact same room was a doorway that led to a little, basically an area that led to hundreds of rats waiting. And then we got attacked by a bunch of rats that looked like that they were being controlled in some way. You know, they had some weird glowy eyes. You know, they moved in unison like somebody was like controlling them like puppets. And all the while that was happening, we were, well, just randomly there under a weird assumption that, what, somebody was moving the food over? I think it runs a little deeper. I think that the people who did this might have been the ones who sent us. Look, I know it's some weird assumptions and I don't really have anything to back it up, but it's too odd. If it was just a bunch of normal rats, sure, we could just, bring it to there. But the fact is, all that food that we found down there was intact. Yeah, maybe a barrel or two was broken, but like, overall, I mean, the food was intact. The food wasn't strewn out, eaten, there wasn't crumbs all over the place. It was all intact, and the place looked moderately clean. And then
we didn't get confirmation from other taverns, did we? That they're also running short.
Yeah. We just got some information about one that we just happen to be staying at. Not to mention those gnomes. Look, I'm not like against the gnomes or anything, but like they've been really weird, like very weird.
Then, what do you say we do? How are we going to get our weapons?
Weapons, it's gonna be a little difficult because by the looks of it, they end up storing a lot of their weapons off in the front area where all the guards are. So getting them's probably going to be a little difficult. I do have one possible plan, but it's a long shot. And I'm not sure how well it's going to do for us if we do it.
So hypothetically, what if you do the runes and we run, and we don't look back?
Well, hypothetically, we do that. One of three things can occur. One, we get out scot-free, and we get to continue our adventures as a group, and hopefully one day we get to meet up with Marquise. Option two is we try to run away, we end up at the storage, the guards see us, and at that point we either have the choice to come back here and stay, or we just get captured by the guards again. And last but not least is, we get away, we can hide out in the city, but there's always the possibility of running, and with the possibility of running, well, we still have a week before the earthworms die down, and we could get eaten by all of the earth or the sandworms that are sitting around Agrabah. And guess what? We can't fight them because we have no weapons. So,
And another thing with that is the tavern told us that.
That is true. That would be kind of strange. I don't... Huh.
I've been like physically pacing back and forth this entire time.
Yeah. I don't know. Look. This whole thing just seems very...
Strange.
It's very planned. Almost like somebody's been calculating this entire thing and like it's been planned out. I mean, seriously. Out of all the crazy things we've been through, and out of everything, we go down into the basement where there are hundreds of rats running around doing all of that. They don't touch anything. They don't do anything other than just attack us. We come out bruised, beaten up, and there's apparently these guards standing there waiting for us. And only after one of the guards let us in the first place. I don't know. It's very
Like she said, fishy.
yeah.
So that's funny that you said fishy because you're a cat. You like fish.
I'm not entirely. I don't know. I'm not sure about the whole situation, but what I am sure about is I don't want to stay. This is I don't think this is going to end well for any of us.
What are you saying? Like they're probably gonna drag us out and execute us or something?
If
Because
we're
we know
lucky.
too much. Yeah, that's true.
If we're lucky. I mean, they've been talking about prison. Look, I didn't know this place had a prison. And
I didn't either.
yeah.
I mean, I don't really know anything about this place, but
So, I mean, you would assume this place may have a prison, but I don't know.
I figured this would probably be the prison. Like this was it. Saying they have another one.
Apparently. And the fact is that like since this isn't the actual prison, it's just a holding area, means that they have another prison somewhere else they'd have to take us to. And if we go there, who says that we'll ever come out? Like, look, I don't trust it. I mean, shoot, we didn't even know that the city existed until I saw a flyer.
Right.
So
do you think? Plus, we still have our cart at the tavern.
I hope so.
yeah. I mean, we could use that. I don't know. Either ways, I think it'd just be best if we just try to sneak out when we have the chance. And honestly, a 1 in 3 chance of getting out of here, I think I'm going to take that over the 0% chance if we stay.
Vanessa like takes a deep breath and is like, "I trust you, Yorn. Let's break out." Then.
Yeah, just a little bit too.
He goes, okay. And you see him, and he draws the last rune there. And as he does it, he goes, okay. So all I gotta do is complete the spell here, and a portal will appear in the middle of the room. It's your choice to stay, or you can go. This will send us back to the storage right in front of it. But I don't know how long. I don't know if this thing will stay here forever. I don't know if it will disappear. I don't even know if it's safe. There is a chance that you could go through injured. There's a chance you can go through and not come back out at all. And there's also a chance that you could end up in a random place. Like I said, I've never been through this before.
It'll just be the tower all over again.
Yeah.
The tower?
Long story. Long story short,
Yeah.
we had to go through a barrier, and we didn't know where we were going to end up.
Oh.
Well,
I'm sure I can survive if I get sent off somewhere.
Yeah.
Survive this long.
Orilo, you coming with?
Yeah.
What about you?
Sure, I guess.
We
Okay.
entered as a team, we leave as a team.
Whew. Okay. It's now or never, I guess.
Yep.
No, wait.
What?
Hang on. Before we do this, if let's say we all get displaced in different parts and we're all in the city, should we all try to meet up at like the cart? Should we have like a meetup point? Unless we're off to somewhere insane, or we definitely know we're not in the city. I'm just saying we do need to come up with that just in case. Like, start a meeting if we get dispersed.
Yeah,
I would agree that the cart would be the best place to do it.
Okay. The rest of you, do you guys agree with that?
The problem
What
is
do
I
you
don't
think?
I don't know if we'll I don't know if we'll just end up somewhere in the city or if like it would throw
Yeah,
us
no,
out even
that's what I'm saying.
farther.
Like, if we got thrown into different parts of the city rather than off somewhere far, that's all I'm saying.
Then sure, I guess we can try to meet up at the cart. But
Okay. I just wanted to create some sort of meeting point, so if we did get lost in the city, nobody would be like, "Where do I go?"
yeah. Okay,
All right, let's do this.
And
let's do this.
if the cart is, we can't go to the cart, we'll meet up on the east side of the city.
East side.
Okay. Well, here goes nothing. And you see Yorn get ready, and he goes, "Let's bust out of here." And you see him stand in the center of the circle, and he ends up casting 2 runes. A portal pops up, and he goes, "Okay, I think this will work. And you start to feel like air kind of getting sucked in. He goes, This is not exactly okay. Maybe we shouldn't do this. Maybe this is not going exactly how it's supposed." And his feet comes off the ground, and he just gets sucked straight in. And as soon as that happens, portal closes.
And not again.
Well,
Just- And just like after all of that, you see like dust. You see the dust that was in there kind of kicked around and everything, and you see the runes like fade away at that point. You just look at each other, just questioning what just happened, and then you hear Dale from the other side, just like, excuse me, I think I heard some noises over there."
It was nothing, Dale.
Okay. Have you thought about that plan I gave you though?
I thought about it. It wouldn't work as my attachment is magical based, so explosive powder wouldn't really do anything but destroy the arm and possibly kill you in the process. So that's probably not our best option. Just saying that for your safety.
I see.
Is Yorn's notebook still there? Or did that get pulled in with him?
That got pulled in with him.
I figured.
Nothing of Yorn's is there. It's just gone.
And he's gotten rid of Yorn once again. We now have no NPCs except Dale. And he seems insane. Possibly.
And just the utter disappointment on Vanessa's face once, like, it all settles back in that Yorn's gone again.
Well, guess that's enough of that. I just kind of like sit down on the wall next to where Vanessa's at. Any other bright ideas?
No. If his notebook was here, I would say we could reproduce it.
Well, it seems like that got sucked into the portal along with him.
Yeah.
I don't think that's an option for us.
We just gotta trust he made it out okay.
Maybe you'll come back in and Try to bust us out somehow. But, I mean, it helped Dale out. You could just, toss the explosive powder out in front of his door. I could shoot it. Blow it up. Maybe the door would be busted open so he could get out and break us out. Or it could just shoot the lock on the cell. Or I could cast flamethrower on it. That would melt it down a little bit.
If the guards come back, what are we going to say about Yorn being gone?
I don't know, he went crazy and started casting runes randomly. Just got sucked into a portal. We're still here.
We could probably, if we tried hard enough, we could probably convince him that he was seeing a goblin.
You really want to do that?
They have the paperwork.
Yeah, they have paperwork. More than one person saw him. As funny as that would be, we probably shouldn't do that. You know how they are. They'll be like, no, we saw a goblin. We have records of it.
Oh, did you actually take anything from the storage?
Don't tell me you did.
Just kind of quickly tucks away the bag of holding.
I mean, other than the chest above the grate.
I mean, I did grab a little bit that they asked me to, but
What I didn't think about
Hmm.
is, it would have been a good idea if we all just put our weapons in the bag of holding.
yeah, but they were on us at that point.
Yeah, it's true. Should have caused a better distraction, so then could have thought of that and said something. But oh well, hindsight is 2020. Oh, well, it's okay. I still have my weapons, and I can protect you guys.
Still got runes, so.
And we still have rune magic.
You hear the door open, and then you hear footsteps again, multiple sets. As they walk up, you see the captain and a couple guards, and he goes, okay, so, look, I don't want to do this as much as the rest of you, but this is, gosh, just get in there. And they open the door, and he's like, and as the guards are walking, he goes, okay, so, unfortunately, due to circumstances, they did in fact find a decent amount of food missing. I'd say there's about roughly 30 pounds worth missing from the storage. So we're gonna, of course, we're gonna have to search you here, and we're gonna have to take your items.
Gladly, you can search us, but we didn't take any food.
Well, thank you for the permission, but I wasn't asking. And the guards, one by one, come over, start taking your items from you, and start searching it. One of the guards ends up walking up to Ugg, and he's like, "The bag, please."
Sure.
And he ends up taking the bag. He ends up taking the bag from him, and he ends up taking it, and he opens it, and he kind of looks inside, and and he questions a little bit, and he reaches his arm in, and he's like, "What the?" And he goes, "Captain?" And the captain looks over, and he's like, "What?" And he's got his entire arm all the way up to his shoulder, just in the bag, and he goes, There's a problem with this bag." And the captain just looks at him and goes, "You idiots." And he comes over, rips the bag off, and he basically ties a string around it. And he goes, "We'll have to inspect this too, it seems. Of course, now I gotta deal with magic people. Gosh." And he takes it and he throws the bag of holding tied off and into the bag he's got, along with other items that they hand him. And
Johnny, can I try to convince him that I found the bag of holding down there, and I just kind of started putting my stuff in it? I put some of my stuff in it.
Sure. Roll persuasion.
4.
So, you try to persuade him, and he kind of stops for a moment, like, you know, as he's putting stuff in. He goes, "Yeah, of course, and I'm the king of Agrabah." Gosh. And he just keeps putting stuff in and he kind of walks out of the cell, and the other guards kind of like grab the rest of the things. Is there anything you guys are like attempting to keep during this? Because they're trying to take everything.
I'm trying to keep my armor.
So you're trying to keep the armor?
Yes.
One of the guards just like, "Look, I don't want to have to do this as much as you. I don't want to do this as much as you, but I'm going to need you to take off the armor. You don't have to take off your clothes, just the armor." Look, all your stuff will be in just the next room. We'll keep it safe.
Vanessa's gonna try to keep her journal, the mysterious box with the parchment in it, and the Droom's card set from Tony.
And at least keep the helmet.
And he looks over at the captain. Captain's just like, "Let him keep the helmet, I guess. It's not like it's gonna do any good." Okay, fine. You can keep the helmet, but I need the rest of it.
Okay, go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to keep my armor.
Ugg is like
me.
Ugg has like willingly handed over everything, so
yeah. So
I'm just like, I'll give you everything I can take off.
Yeah. So you're saying your armor is built in?
Yeah, all of it except for like the helmet and part of the legs are.
Okay, so your armor's not built in.
No, the helmet and the legs are the only things that aren't.
But that would be your armor.
I built 7 of my. Hey, yes, all the armor's built on. Okay. There. Yes, all the armor's built. I was like, you can try to take it off, but you're basically just taking me apart.
Okay.
The thing I take off is my helmet, and I like.
No, I'm just wondering: is your character on the character sheet? Is the AC gonna change to where you can never put on new armor, or? I'm giving you that choice right now. You can stay at your current AC all the time, no matter what, or I could take off this 2 pieces of armor you're talking about, and it changes your AC. Because they're taking your armor.
Yeah, you can just take the armor.
Okay,
I'm gonna upgrade it. I can just like the whole thing is. I'm gonna use the metal from whatever armor I buy to upgrade myself, rather than have new armor. I'm an artificer. I'm just gonna do that.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, whatever you can take off, gladly take it. I'm not gonna fight you.
Okay. I was just wondering. Like, I'm not talking about lore wise. I'm talking about mechanical wise. Like, they're taking off your armor. You know, your AC is supposed to drop.
Oh yeah, no, the AC is dropping.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
That's
the part.
Like,
Yeah. Okay. They start taking it, and you know, they take the armor they can and everything, and they get over to Vanessa, like, and they see that she's got the journal and the other stuff, and it's just like, look, I know you don't want us to take that, but that book there could have valuable information for the investigation. So we're going to have to take it.
She like breathes deeply and just like, ugh. Okay.
And
it is my legacy, though.
Don't worry, we're not planning on ruining it. It'll be just in the other room with the rest of your stuff.
And she hands it over.
So he takes that and he's just like, "Okay, do you have any other belongings with you?"
Nope. That's pretty much everything.
Okay.
I kind of do want to say, like, when they took my armor off, I'm like, I just want to let you know, I am basically nude under this. I don't really have any clothing.
So the guy like the guard walks out of the cell with Vanessa's stuff and everything, and the captain just turns to you and goes, "Not my problem," and he closes the door, basically locking it.
All right. To your funeral when you see that I'm hung like a horse.
And
look down, buddy.
So, and he starts walking off, and another guard walks up, and he goes, we're gonna secure your things in the next room. Get cozy. You're gonna be here a while. So we'll come back. We'll come back a little later to deal with things. Somebody might come in here pretty soon to get you food. You know, to get you settled and everything like that. I noticed you only have one sleeping bag, so I'll put a request to see if we can get some more for you. In the meantime, play nice. And he just walks off, not giving you time to say anything. He just walks off. Basically leaving you in the cell to your own thoughts.
All right.
Ugg is like trying his best not to freak out in the close space.
Vanessa's gonna start just curling up again.
I'm just gonna go sit next to Vanessa to see if I can like comfort her in any way possible. She probably also could check on Ugg. Shit. Oh well, we got plenty of time. I'll go check on the both of them.
I mean, technically, you could just put them next to each other, with you in the middle. You got two sides.
I'm fine with that. I'm just like, it's gonna be okay, guys. Whether we get out of here, or we let the legal system take its course, we're gonna get out of here.
Our coin purses, right?
What?
I said, did they also take our coin purses?
Probably. But I don't know.
How do they expect us to pay bill if we don't have our coin purses?
You see, that's what we were trying to say the whole time.
They took
don't want
everything.
to do it.
Normally, it's someone outside of paying your bail.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, about that.
The only person who could possibly pay our bail now is Marquise.
Oh, well, I mean, Yorn's out there. He could probably try. He had 800 gold pieces. No, never mind. I'm dumb. They took his. No, because they didn't take our items at that point. So he might.
Man, if only Gore was around.
Yeah, if only Gore was around. To save the day again. If only my, I guess, created brother would still be here.
Fortunately, I guess not. It's unfortunate, but fortunately, I didn't have yet a chance to write anything about the food pantry yet in my journal. So there's nothing of us stating. Yeah, there's nothing about us stating that we went there. It's up to the point where we got the job, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
I think everyone here has agreed that we're just gonna sit here until something else interesting happens.
Yep.
Until something otherwise happens.
Really? Just gonna sit there?
We got nothing else to do.
What else can we do?
I don't know, character development or something.
Oh, okay, okay.
I mean, Ug's just trying.
Talk about whatever. Honestly, this is the break.
Okay.
Oh, this is break.
Pretty much. I was using it as a break so I could get something done.
You can get something done. That's funny.
We just all of a sudden hear like one of the guys in the other prison's like, "Hey, you want some penis and electric pills?"
No,
not needed.
No, I'm actually I'm taking this as like a break so I could go in the other room and like pack clothes that like I can't wear anymore into a box. So.
Oh. Hey.
Yeah.
Just doing stuff you needed to do.
Just doing stuff I needed to do. Yeah. Okay.
Fair enough.
They
took my clothes. Now my dong's out.
They took your gerbs.
It took my Making what Olgaroth looks like under the armor in Hero Forge.
And Vanessa just kind of like, because apparently I had robes as well, since that's technically clothing.
They didn't take your clothing.
Yeah. No, I have two separate sets of clothing. I have clothes common and then robes. Vanessa, during them taking our stuff, Vanessa probably handed you over the robes, so you weren't exactly naked.
Yeah, I just sort of like lay them over top of me for whenever I get up. I'm like, you know what? It'll be fine. It's okay. I love my body. But I'll put them on later for you guys, I guess. Oh.
They even took the Droom's cards that were Tony's.
Oh.
He was the first death in our party.
Oh. Sorry. Wait, was that the Dragon Fist guy they were talking about in Hestia all the time?
Yeah.
I guess I stopped there for a while, so...
That was Tony Dragonfist, yeah.
Oh, cool. An awesome dude. Well, it seems like we're going to be in here for a long while, so...
Yeah. And Yorn's God knows where.
God's only nowhere.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I guess this is time for me to get to know you guys personally a little better, so... I guess tell me a little bit about yourselves.
The name's Vanessa Rigby.
Oh, Rigby?
Yep.
Say, I know your first name, but Rigby, huh?
Basically my life story. I was born into royalty, and then I brought a stranger home who turned out to be an assassin there to kill my parents. So my kingdom collapsed, and I ran. People died along the way, and yeah. Then I ground up in Land of Galore. I had a sister. I don't know if she made it out or not. She wasn't royalty. She was born before my mother actually married into royalty. So
Okay.
I don't know where she is or if she's okay.
Yeah. It's interesting. I'm sure she's okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much the story of my life so far. Came here for a new beginning, and this is what happened.
What a new beginning it was.
Met some friends, and friends died.
Just
Fought a
life.
marina, stopped the cult.
Really?
Yep, fought a dragon, rode on 2 different dragons.
Whoa. Wait, did Dad do that? Yeah, wait, yeah, Dad did that, didn't he?
You know,
I heard about one of them.
He rode on both. Willingly got possessed by ghosts.
Huh. Wait, willingly?
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna have to explain that one a little bit.
Then I'm just giving vague details about stuff right now. I'll go into it later, but
I mean, that's fine. I'm just wondering.
that ghost turned out to be related to the first dragon who rode, so we got a favor. Landed in Hestia. Ran from the law. That was the first time running from the law for me. Pretty much. Other than then we became wanted, moved to board. Saved an entire mining town.
I did hear about that one.
Made a curse worse, and then made it better.
Well, at least you made it better.
Yeah, then that wasn't exactly in order.
Well, it's all exactly interesting. So, man, you guys have been through some shit.
I was just.
Yeah, I got excited when you said you fought a cult because I've fought a cult too.
That was just kind of the early stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we visited the library.
Oh, really?
The Library of Hector, yeah. That's where Gore was made.
Really? So that's where my little brother was made. Okay.
Oh, we fought a giant in an attempt to de-age Ugg.
Huh.
Ugg got aged up like 10 years, became an old man.
Why?
Doodle. He was a goblin who wanted a sword back. I didn't know the full reason why. I wasn't a part of the full reason why, but we fought him, and then he aged up 10 years with some magic.
Oh.
And then when we left, we encountered the first dragon, and that's when I realized, oh, the person that possessed me is friends with the first dragon, and that's how we rode the first dragon.
Oh. You guys have definitely been through a bunch of shit. Really, I'm really hesitant to tell my backstory, but
There are times where I just wanted to give up.
well, I'm glad you didn't. Take a guess. My father didn't let you give up, did he?
Nope.
Nope. He didn't let me give up either. That's why I didn't give up when I came and tried to find you guys. 'Cause, trust me, I could have.
I wish we didn't. If I could go back right now to any moment in time, it was when we first rode that dragon to, not land in the Hestia Coliseum. And then we probably wouldn't be in this situation.
Well, I mean,
If we didn't land in the Coliseum, we wouldn't be fugitives. And then we wouldn't have fled to board.
well, yeah, it would have made it a lot easier for me to find you guys too. Oh, and I can kind of see what you're talking about.
But then again, if we didn't flee to board, then we couldn't have freed the mining village.
So there's good and the bad, right?
Yep.
Well then, no. Well, there's some good and the bad. But yeah. You said you think you got your parents killed because you let an assassin in there into your parents'
Yep.
home? Well, that's not your fault. You were tricked into it. How old were you?
I want to say 10 at the max. I can't remember anymore.
Oh. You were just a kid. But you weren't like me. Don't think of me any differently, but I had to kill my own mom. Yeah. She was part of some traitorous cult that was overthrowing my kingdom. It's the reason we sent Morgath. Right? You guys called him Morgath?
We call him by both names. Morogoth, and also Morgoth.
Okay, well, yeah, that's why Morgoth was in Hestia to begin with. And exiled him 5 years ago because I had saved his life, basically. He was supposed to be executed, but figured out I like put in air quotes mother was part of this evil cult trying to overthrow the little kingdom where I grew up at. Well, that was built in, so
Maybe if I didn't trust those guards, we could have ran back to the cart, got out of there.
It's okay to put your trust in people. I completely understand. Just, I think the whole point of everything is to, I guess when you just start looking into who's good and bad, we got to try to figure that out a lot easier before you get captured. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm sort of rambling here.
Yeah, no, I understood.
But it's not your fault. I went along with it just as much as anybody else did.
My worst fear now is they got 3 out of 5 Dragon Riders, and what's stopping them from turning us into Hestia?
Well, if they do try to do some dumb junk like that, I'd come bust you guys out. I followed you guys all the way down here. Just trust me, breaking out of this jail is not going to be that hard. If I were to do that, I'm not planning on it. But
And another thing, we could have grabbed Yorn right next to him. If we would have just grabbed him and all went through at the same time, we could probably be out of here right now.
Well, everybody makes mistakes. You're not supposed to beat yourself up for your mistakes.
This isn't the first time it's happened.
He's been teleported away?
Yes.
Look, Yorn's smart with the magic, okay? He's probably just out there wondering what the hell happened to the rest of us. He'll figure it out, and then he'll probably come for us. But until then, we need to figure out a way to get out of here. Whether it's legit, or whether we try to bust out.
We would have just... We didn't walk through that door. That blatantly obvious trap.
Uh-huh.
If I would have thought better...
Don't just blame... Listen. No one stopped you. I didn't stop you from opening the door. I was looking at you. I saw you.
The door was open, and we were told to keep it closed.
Yeah.
And then
I didn't stop you from going through that door.
I probably incriminated us by accident.
Yeah, I mean, what was in there? Jewelry and stuff?
There was food.
Took food? I say that kind of quietly, but you took food?
Just trying not to go crazy in the tight space. I'm sorry, but...
Well, yeah, no, that's why I was trying to get him to talk, so maybe he wouldn't go so nuts. But, okay. Oh, yeah, he's not doing much talking, is he?
Okay, listen up, you freaking pansies. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get someone in here. They're gonna get you some food and water. And maybe, just maybe, you'll survive the night in here. As for letting you out, can't really do that. So, better get comfy, because you're gonna be in here for a while.
You can't make bail?
Make bail. Well, if you really want to go down that route, I can go see what I can do. But based on the current charges we have, you, in fact, did go in there and you did trespass. And it does seem that after further inspection of your friend's bag here, we did in fact find a decent amount of fresh food that seems to, well, match about the same amount that's missing from our storage.
You gotta be kidding me.
So, once you factor that in, and, not to mention the, I don't know, I guess an annoyance fee, as you can call it, it's probably going to be a little more than what you can afford.
How much we're talking?
Well, I don't have the exact amount. I'll have to go back and figure it out, but my estimate's probably going to be around 200 to 300 gold pieces.
Okay.
Well, it looks like we're gonna be in here for a little while, everyone.
Yeah. So
Well, we might
tell
not.
me, Captain, is that who you are?
Good.
Did you say? Wait, hang on. What did O'Rilo say?
So, how many thieves have you taken for stealing food from the food storages in the last month? So,
Last month? Well, we haven't had a problem until all of you came along, so I'm going to say none.
What do you mean you didn't have a problem? We heard that it was going on for weeks now.
The food storage?
Yeah. We heard that there's...
Typically, we do get some issues sometimes right around the festival, but nothing of missing food. Usually everything's accounted for. It's just, we just got to take some from the taverns. They don't sell it all, so we actually have food for the rest of the town once the festival's finished. But as for problems, I don't know about any other problems other than the fact that all of you were there and you were caught red-handed stealing some food. And just looking at the gear alone, I have no clue why you were there unless somebody sent you. So if you want to reduce your time a little bit, and you see him, there's a little chair up against the wall, he takes it, pulls it up, and he sits down and he goes, if you want to reduce your time a bit, we can have a little chat about who sent you.
we already told you who sent us. So.
Actually, I would like to talk to you about that because they seem to have set us up. Because they said there was a problem for weeks now.
Yeah, it seems like we were set up in this tavern here, so yeah, we'll gladly talk.
Okay. So you say this is tavern. Now, I'm not exactly someone who's an expert on taverns in the town. I just know where a bunch of them are, based on, well,
I think this tavern will be special because it's run by a bunch of gnomes.
Wait, you're serious?
Yes, we're serious.
And not like the gnome, not like the actual, short guys. They looked like gnomes you would put on a front lawn.
Yeah, they were garden gnomes.
Okay. Let me get things straight.
Look, I know crazy.
You're saying a bunch of garden gnomes came up and set you up to steal some food from the city storage?
Yeah, they said they were having problems getting some. and they sent us to look into it. Oh, and also there was the guard who actually should we? She kind of looks back at Algaroth. Is like, is he connected enough to the tavern to?
I mean, one of the weird mafia-looking guys point us in the direction of this Grow fella. That was supposed to be standing out guarding your food pantry. It was standing there next to the guard that you were talking about earlier.
And then
was supposed to have the key.
We said that we came to the tavern. He said he was going to take a bathroom break, went around back. We followed him back there, and he let us in. Because he was working with the tavern.
That sounds about right.
Now, I'm not one to tattle, but if it means, exposing corrupt people, I will tell you anything else you need to know. I can tell you directions to the tavern.
Can too. In fact, we could show you, but you could probably take her. You probably wouldn't.
Okay. Sure. Why not? Hey, get over here. And one of the guards walks over and is like, yeah? Well, what can I do for you, sir? Go get a paper and a pencil. We're gonna be here for a while. Yes, sir. And he walks in the back for a moment. Yes.
Now, if knowing what I know, they're probably not going to be there by the time you get there, because they're probably, when they set us up, they probably knew to ditch town. However, we have a cart out there that could easily be identified, because I don't think they know magic enough to drive it.
Wait a sec. So now you're telling me that when you get there might not be a garden-owned tavern.
So, hypothetically, if you were to set someone up, you think you won't want to be there when they come looking for you? Just a hypothetical situation.
Look, we can sit here and talk about hypotheticals all day. I mean, seriously. Hypothetically speaking, you're telling me about a bunch of horse shit, and at the end of the day, you went in there and stole some food because you didn't feel like paying. Or maybe, this group of garden gnomes sent you there just so you could steal food because maybe you're a group of people who want to see the city fall, or I don't know, just maybe.
Can I roll for persuasion?
Sure.
That's going to be an 18. Just listen. You can, if you look into my journal, the one that they took from me, you can read up to the point where we got the job from the garden gnomes. It should have all the answers.
And goes, well, let me see. And you see him reach around. He's got a bag, kind of like it's a smaller bag. It's on his back, and he reaches around, pulls it around to his side, and goes in, and it's literally just the exact size of the journal essentially. And he pulls it out and he goes, let's go through this. And he pulls it open, and he ends up tucking his backpack kind of like under his armor that he's got on. He starts flipping through some of the pages, and he goes, I see. Here we go. This is up to the part where I guess you were writing in it earlier. You were sitting here writing about your, I don't know, your adventure here in the jail cell.
No, I actually didn't get up to that point.
What were you writing down then?
No, she was, because she didn't have time to write down, like, you know, the one that got the job. So she was writing up to that point.
Okay. She had a decent amount of time to write stuff, so damn, she writes slow.
Well, she had a lot on her mind. They were getting arrested.
So, he goes in, he goes, okay, let's see, you got a job, blah, blah, some garden gnomes. You wrote about this Jafar fella who met you there.
Yeah.
He
Might
left
be
town
far
before.
by now.
Yeah, he left town the day before? Yeah, he left town the day before our friend died.
I see.
And that was 2 days ago. Well, no, not 2 days. Yeah, 2 days ago. Right? That's me asking out of character. It was 2 days though, right? Because it was 2 days ago, because that was in the middle of the festival. That was the midday of festival.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because the third day we tried looking for his body, didn't find it, and then the fourth day we went to the pantry, which is now.
Yes.
Yeah. And to be completely honest, they bought a box from this lizard folk, and it was a little box it was just a little lockbox. They unlocked it and it turned out to be a mimic. And the only people who knew about it were us and the guys in the morgue and the tavern, because we fought it inside the tavern, as you can read. Then the body disappeared, and yeah, and then we burned the mimic in the golden cage that we were given.
So
I don't, at this point, I don't expect you to believe any of this.
I'm just
At least
either this is a really good planned out journal and you sat here and wrote this thing for days just to try to sell your story, or you have some of the weirdest freaking jobs I've ever seen.
Yep. It would be the latter. We actually saved we actually helped the revolution of the mining village actually up north.
Yeah, I glanced at that page for a second. I'm still scrolling through here, but I just... Oh, come on. You expect me to believe this? You saved the princess of Hestia?
It's long and complicated story, and by technicality, I was once a princess as well. Long story.
Yeah,
I'm very technically a king. You really want to think about it.
Yeah, so now I'm the Duke of Winchester.
It's Winchester. I've never been there before.
Listen, if you get your people there and you see our carts, that's the least we expect you to do. And actually, I think we might have enough for you. You said bill is like 200 to 300, right?
Roughly around that. I'll have to do actual estimates in the back, but
I think we might have enough for bail. Because all my coins counted up come to, at least from one before you guys took them, came out 57, and she kind of points to Ugg, and he got, I think, 250 from the archery competition, if I remember correctly.
And he kind of looks up a bit, kind of at Ugg, and he goes, "You won the archery competition at the festival?"
He was a great shot there.
Yeah, I was in fact there. Man, well, it's a good thing I took your weapon away. That's all I gotta say there. Would not like to get shot in the eye.
Aurelio, how much money do you remember having?
I'm so broke.
Roughly, give me an estimate, please.
Broke.
0 money.
0.
He just says broke.
Girl, I said I'm broke. I don't know what else I can tell you.
But yeah, if we could at least have access to our coin purses, and then we can see if we can pay the bill, if that's possible. But if not, that's completely fine.
Okay. We're looking through all of this. Yes, rough.
You're right. This is kind of rough.
This is kind of rough.
There's just a dog barking outside in the streets. Just the random ass dog. But anyways.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, look, I've been looking into this, and based on this journal alone, and well, based on how you present yourselves, you do seem to be capable folk. And I'm not 100% sure what the reason was you were there. We'll look into this whole garden gnome thing, but overall, I gotta say, I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to think of it.
That's completely fair.
To be honest, I don't know how to think of this either. So, you know.
Look. And you see him kind of like look around. He goes, we'll get directions to this place, and then we're gonna have another chat.
Okay.
Is with everything going on, I wouldn't be too surprised if you were in fact framed. But that's just my thought. And you hear the door open, and the other guard walks in, and he goes, "Hey, I got a pencil and paper. Jeez, what took you so long? I was in here having a nice little chat with them, and they were about to spill out all the directions, and I didn't have anywhere to write it down. I'm sorry, jeez. I was.
Tell me you went out for lunch as well.
And
I'm sorry.
gosh,
Look in my head.
I was out. I was in the break room. One of the look, one of them stopped me, and they were wondering why I needed a pencil and paper and everything to bring back here. Yeah, you know how they can get sometimes. No, I don't know how they can get, because none of them ever talk to me. You don't know why? Because I do my damn job around here. Give me that! And he takes it. He swipes it from his hands, and he takes it, and he's like, okay, I need the directions to this place.
I don't know the directions from here, but I can tell you the directions from the food pantry, because that's... unless you can figure it out via the journal, but she basically... She basically says the directions that she remembers from the pantry to the tavern.
Okay.
And she gets affirmation from like the rest of them if she's saying it right every once in a while.
Yeah. You take a minute or two to put out the directions. He draws out the map and he shows it to you and he goes, "So you're telling me it's in a random alleyway back here?"
Yeah. And she kind of points to where their cart would be. And it's like, there would our cart be. If you come up to it, if you see a cart, that's what you found the place.
You get all that? Yes, sir. Well, I'll go check on it. I'll go send a few, and we'll go check on it, sir. Okay.
If I can make a request, can you not send them in like looking like guards? Because they might get suspicious if some guards are poking around.
Okay. Alright, go get Squad 7, send them in. And tell them to look like civilians, I guess.
Thank you. You've been too kind to us.
Shut up. And he turns back to the guard and goes, "And if you could do me a favor, don't do any paperwork on this. I'll handle it." He goes, "Last time I sent someone out to some secret place, we ended up having to do a bunch of paperwork and it got screwed up, so go there, report back to me, and I'll do the paperwork." Yes, of course, sir. Trust me, I don't want to do any paperwork, so I will gladly let you do all that. Yeah, go on. He hands them the map. He heads out, and as he heads out, you see the captain kind of like stare at him. They basically stares at the door, and as soon as the door shuts, he goes, "Okay, listen up. So, I've sent them off to go do that, so no one's gonna be in here for a while. Now, I'm not telling you to break out. I'm gonna be totally honest. I don't want to go through. I don't want to go through that paperwork. But what I can do is I can put you in the system as. Gosh, I hate that I have to do this.
Can we pay our bail?
Yes and no. Look, bails around here, typically you could pay them, but it's going to take days. The other way out that you could do anything is if you do a job for us. And I'm not talking about like a normal job. This is a mercenary job. You're going to go out, you're going to get some people, you're going to bring them back. Trust me, there's always work for that.
Oh yeah, I'd absolutely love to do that. We have our gear though.
If we do that, can we have our gear, of course?
Yes, you will be reimbursed with your gear during the whole settlement, but when you return, if you complete your job, we take your stuff. We basically take your stuff, and you'll sit back in the cell for a while until we can get some paperwork done. And then at that point, you're pretty much let free, and or, depending on how it goes, you may have to still pay your bail, but you get to pay your bail early. Other words, you're going to be in here roughly 3 to 4 days at least until we can get the bail bonds. And then only then can you go out, and then you're going to have to return back here in about a week so you can go talk to the court so they don't put you in actual jail. Your bail doesn't guarantee that you get out of jail. It just lets you roam free for a while until your court. So.
And if we do the job, do we still have to go to court?
Yes. Doesn't change the fact that you, illegally entered a government building. So that part's on you. But I can sign you up as mercenaries and send you on a job to go pick up someone. Shouldn't be that hard, but this person is known to be a little, crazy. I've had a... Yes, he's not one of those that fights with swords. He fights with his teeth. I'm not kidding. I've sent 4 of my men, and each one come back with a bite mark somewhere on their body.
And I guess he's gonna lose a few teeth. So
I think we can handle that. We've dealt with not thousands, close to 1,000 rats. So I think we can handle a person biting us.
Yeah, and I'm made of metal, so I'll be okay.
Okay. Well,
thank you for your kindness, and can you please sign us up?
sure
I'd be
thing.
glad to do whatever job.
And he gets up and he gets up, moves the chair back, and he goes, "I'll go get the paperwork done. I'll come back and get you your job." And he goes, he walks out. Essentially, you hear the door close, and as soon as you do, you hear from around the corner. It's like, "Psst, psst, hey, it's your friend Dale over here. Is there any chance you can get me in on that job too?"
You would be, I hate to say this, Dale, you would be a liability.
What? What do you mean I'd be a liability? Look, I know what I'm doing.
I think they want them back alive.
What?
Yeah. And exploded. Also, based off of the crime you said that got you in here, we don't want any property damage.
That might leave us in more trouble.
What? Really? You're telling me you think I'm a liability?
yes.
From where we're standing, yes.
And you see him like start to like poke his head, like he starts like trying to like push his head through, and he barely squeezes his head where his neck's basically stuck in the bars, and just enough where you could see his eyes, not his nose, but his eyes just around the corner, and he goes, "Look, I know what I'm doing. Now there is a reason that I am in here, and that is because I blew a hole in the side of someone's house. That was a weird fluke, but I will tell you that no matter what, if you get me on this job, we will in fact do this successfully, and I am willing to bet my entire life savings on it."
Now, can you get your head back through?
He pulls a little bit. He's like, "This might take a minute."
And she just kind of looks at the wrestling hook like, my point exactly.
Uh-huh.
And then and like as you're sitting, as you're kind of like sitting there, as you're sitting there like trying to like wait for him to pull his head back through, he finally gets it back through, and he goes, "Fine, you don't believe me? I'll just break out of here myself." And then you hear like you hear like a weird grinding, and you hear like a weird grinding happening from the other side of the wall. And and you hear someone from in a cell is just like, "What the hell are you doing?" Like, "Don't worry about it. I told them I'm gonna break out of here. I'm gonna break out of here. I gotta show them that I'm good enough to go on this job with them, so I can get out of here. Unlike you losers who are gonna be stuck in here for the rest of your lives." "Look, we're not gonna be stuck in here for the rest. You just told me a minute ago that you tried stealing from the royal family. And where did that get you? In here." "Look, yes, technically I did, but it wasn't like I successfully did it. So, I mean, if I didn't actually steal anything, then how could they keep me here for stealing?"
It's still attempted robbery.
Vanessa's gonna
Burglary.
cast Detect Good and Evil. to see how many evil people are in like that area of just the 2 cells.
So you cast it, and you see that all but one is technically evil.
Who's the good one?
Wait, does detect good and evil tell you exactly which person is good and evil, or does it just give you the number?
No, it doesn't.
Can you even use it on multiple targets?
It's just a general area. Yeah, it's just a general like area of effect thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but yeah, it's essentially you see all but one, and then you go in, and you hear that grinding. You know, as you're paying attention, where you're hearing the grinding, and you just hear the guy's like, "Look, I'm gonna call the guards in here and get them to stop whatever you're doing because I'm not gonna go down this drain because you want to." Man, shut up! I'm over here drilling a hole in the wall, and you're over here just being like, "Oh, I'm gonna wish someone else in trouble because I got caught in my own job because I can't plan well." You know what? I planned well. Okay, so let me do my thing, you do your thing. If you want to escape with me, sure, we'll escape together. But you should keep your mouth shut so I can do this, so they'll let me get out. Jeez!
I can't wait for the...
You have the drill?
This is
I can't wait for the captain to come back in and see him doing it.
He's sitting, and you hear the grinding. You hear the grinding once again, and
drill?
eventually you see, like a little corkscrew piece pop out the other side of the wall, and then it pulls back, and you could see one eye kind of like looking through the hole between the 2 cells. And by the way, this is a 1 foot thick cement block in between both of you. And he goes, "Yeah, I think that's good. I could see. Is that a bird? Wait, is this the outside or is this the other cell?"
But that's not just kind of outside.
She just says outside.
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, this was easy. This was easier than I thought." And he goes over there and he goes, "Crap! I left my matches at home." And he sticks his mouth in the hole. "Excuse me, does anybody have a match out there? Anything at all?"
Yeah, sorry, no, bud.
And he walks over, sticks his hand around the. He sticks his hand around the wall and he goes, "Hey, do any of you have any way to light anything? I'd gladly be able to. You know what? Actually, how about this?" And he pulls over. He pulls around and he has a stick of dynamite in his hand. He goes, "Can one of you light this for me, please?"
What the?
Oh, this is amazing.
How did you get?
Can we all agree not to? Just so the captain can catch him with the dynamite in his hand.
I'm kind of tempted to do it.
Don't do it.
I mean, I'm not, but I'm definitely thinking about it. Yeah, no, sorry, we don't have a match. And like that.
That's unfortunate. Well, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. And the entire time that he's doing that, he's actually rubbing the dynamite stick on the wall, almost pretending that he's using, or he's scratching his head almost. So, oh gosh. I was laughing while drinking some soda, and now I've got hiccups.
Oh,
This is just like, "Hey, the captain threatened to call the guards. Can you call the guards, please?"
I gladly. He's like, "Yeah, gladly. Guards, get in here! somebody's trying to break out. And he's like, damn it. And he quick, like, you see the dynamite that Lois was like scratching the wall. He quickly pulls it down and it like makes a spark and it lights the fuse. He pulls it back around the cell and he goes, well, I guess it's now or never. And he sticks it in the wall. He sticks it in the wall, and you can see through the hole, like from the other side, like the little tiny bit of light that was coming through that, just like plugged up essentially. And as he sticks it there, he goes, "Okay, fire in the hole!" And then he sticks his head kind of like through the bars again, back around. And he goes, "Unless y'all want to bring me on your job."
Sure, bro.
I'll take that as a deal. And he like pulls his head out of the bars really quickly, and then you like hear the fuse stop, and
Kyla, we're not actually going to take him on the job, right? She kind of says quietly to her Rilo.
He has dynamite. We might need it, though.
We also don't want property damage.
Well, I'm sure
mentioned they know we don't have. They literally know we don't have any items. So if he blows a hole, they're going to get in trouble, not us.
Exactly. They'll think he's the one breaking it.
So the guy starts poking his head. He starts poking his head through the bars again. He goes, "Oh, I do want to mention the dynamite's stuck. So
Yeah, they're gonna find that, right?
Yes, I have thought about that, but don't worry.
We're not letting you on the job.
What?
You just threatened us with this dynamite in the wall.
Your point?
The point is, you're gonna
Go on the
kill
job.
our target.
At least I have the determination to do something rather than sit around here.
I'm glad you have your determination, but we don't
know
want
what?
to kill the target.
Relight the TNT, the dynamite. Relight it.
Relight it. Go ahead.
Okay, I will. And he starts trying to pull his head again, and he's like, "Damn it, I'm stuck again."
Like, yeah, no, Dale, if you can blow a hole through this wall, then that's fine. Yeah, we'll let you on the job.
And he starts like he starts like trying to like tug his head back through, and he's like, "Look, I'm gonna blow up this dynamite as soon as I can get my head back out of this wall here. I'm not entirely sure how I'm supposed to do this." And you hear a voice from the other side just like, "So you said the dynamite's stuck, right?" And he goes, and he like turns his head around, looking back in his direction, and goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "So how are you supposed to light the dynamite now, since you can't just take the fuse and rub it against the wall?" And he goes, "What? Damn it, I didn't think that far." And he turns his head back around to all of you, and he goes, "Look, I'm just trying to go on this job, okay? I'm trying to get out of here."
Yeah, well, it's gonna be a lot harder when they find a stick of dynamite in the...
He goes,
Oh.
"Well, you're right."
I should have thought that one
He
through a
goes,
little
"Wait,
better.
I have a better idea. Does any of you know magic?"
Why?
"Well, maybe if you knew magic, maybe we could light the dynamite from your side."
Why would we help light the dynamite?
"How else am I supposed to get out of the wall?"
You're in the barn. What's happening?
Where's the guard that was called?
Why are there no guards coming? Yell again. Jeez Louise.
"You know what? You make a good point. Maybe I should call over to the guard." And he turns his head toward the door and he goes, "Excuse me, we called for a guard earlier. Somebody's trying to escape in here." And eventually, you hear like a lot of footsteps outside, and one of them finally like comes to the door and it opens kind of slowly, and it's just like, "What do you want?" And he looks in, he's like, "Really?" He goes, "Now I can explain this. This isn't escaping. I'm just an idiot. Okay.
He also put dynamite in the wall.
This isn't escaping. This is, I mean,
So, got your head stuck in the bars.
Dynamite in the wall as well.
There's what in the wall? There's nothing, and you guys don't like. You can't see mostly, but you can see his head like tilt down a little more, almost like his neck is now not at head level, but like up more. And he's like, I have not seen any dynamite, and the guy in the other voice just like, it's in the wall. It's where his feet is. He's using his feet as a prop to try to hide it. And the guard's just like, oh my gosh. So he goes and he goes and he like unlocks the door and he walks over to the guy and he helps his head and pulls his head through. And the guy and Dale's like, thank you. Appreciate it. And he goes, yeah, whatever. Now, what am I looking for? And he goes, there's nothing. There's none. And there's a stick of dynamite in the wall right there. And the guard walks over and he goes, where? And they're like, and he's like, what are you talking about, where? And he goes and he looks through the wall. He looks through the little hole that was made there and he goes, has this hole always been here? And he's like, wait, why do I see a bird? Oh, wait, it's the guy in the other cell.
Wait, Vanessa's gonna look down, see if he actually was able to get the dynamite over here.
No, he did not. And the guard just kind of like, he's looking through a bit, and y'all pretty much like, that he's looking through, and he goes, whatever. Look, don't cause any issues. Hey, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. Look, I was just talking to my friends. It was a little hard, It's a little hard, kind of with the huge cement wall in the way. Whatever. I'm gonna go put in a report and see if I can get this hole patched up. Don't do anything stupid. He goes, yeah, no problem. And he goes, and also, he said you had dynamite. Sure, you can pat me down all you want, but you're not gonna find any dynamite. He goes, honestly, I don't care. Just don't do anything stupid. No problem. Nothing stupid for me, sir. And the guard, like, he walks out and he closes the door, and he walks out, closes the jail door, walks out the actual room, and as the door shuts, you hear almost like a jingle of keys, and then you kind of like just peer around the corner a little bit, and you could see like the other door kind of opens to the other cell, and then you see Dale walk out, close the door behind him, and he walks over to your cell, unlocks it, walks in, and closes himself in. He goes, hey, friends. And as you get a good look at him, you see that he is not like a fat, but he's kind of like a chubby little, he's a chubby halfling. But like, yeah, but the thing is that you notice that like the entire time he's been walking on pretty much stilts to make him basically the same height as like an average person. He's about like 5'8" maybe, he's probably about 5'8" with the stilts, but without the stilts he's about like 4'8", 4'9".
Get out! Get back to your own cell. We're not getting in trouble because of you.
He goes, yeah. He's like, you know what? You're right. And he takes the keys and he throws them out in front of like the door leading out. And he goes, whoops.
Oh my god, this man's an idiot.
Please get this man out of here, guards, please. I'm begging you.
I like how this man could have just walked out.
How did he get in here? I mean, I know how, but like, why did you come in here and then throw the keys?
Look, I told you I'm trying to get out of here, and you got the
You
offer
just
of a
walk
lifetime.
out. You had
Could have
the
just
key.
walked right there.
Yeah, I walked through. Look, you think I'm an idiot? There's a door right there that leads to an army of guards. There's no way I'm getting the hell out of here without any help. That's why I want to join into your job. So they'll let me walk.
I'm gonna have an aneurysm.
Yeah, no, I'm probably not the same thing. I don't know what's happening here.
Look, you want to know why I did all this? I did all this to show you that I knew what I was doing. That dynamite, and you see him reach down toward his stilt. He basically presses a little button on it, and it opens a small compartment within the stilt where he pulls out the dynamite. He goes, I freaking hit it in my stilts.
You're gonna get us killed, or worse, thrown in prison.
We're already in prison! And you call me the idiot.
You know what? Honestly, at this point, he's proven himself to us. Why don't we just let him come on the job?
Thank you!
I don't want to be responsible for that.
At this point, it's either we do this and just let him come, or we're gonna go insane in here. And I really don't want to do that.
I just want the captain to come back, man. He was the nicest out of all of them.
Are you sure about that? Really? Are you sure about that? I don't mean to get smart. Are you sure he was the nicest one?
He let us ramble on our story. He said it was probable that we got framed. He's the one that offered us the job.
Do you think he framed us so we
No.
could do this job for him?
I don't know.
And like, this is...
That would be a weird twist, though. You know what, Vanessa? You're right. I apologize. This has been a lot, okay?
Yeah.
It's a lot to process. So,
And now we might even get in more trouble because there's keys.
Keys? What do you mean, the ones the guards dropped?
The captain's gonna know that you weren't in the cell with us.
Yeah. He's also going to think that one of the guards an idiot for dropping his keys right in front of the door. He might even think that guard accidentally left the door unlocked, and he might even think that he came in here earlier and left footsteps. You want to know why? And then he reaches into his other stilt and he pulls out and basically unfolds a shoe. He goes, because he left me a shoe. And then he slams it on the ground, leaving like a dust print. And then he crumbles it back up and sticks it in his other stilt. That enough?
you know what? Honestly, let's just do it. Just let him come with us. Worst thing he does is make something explode. Oh well, that's more prison time for him. But not us. We didn't do that.
Yeah, so you hear the door open once again, and you hear the captain, like, he walks back in. The captain walks back in, he walks to the cell, and he goes, okay, listen up. What the hell is this?
Just has her hands on her, like, her face in her hands. It's like, I don't want him here.
You have got to be kidding me. And you see him, he looks around, he sees the keys on the floor. He's like, what the? And then he looks in the floor of the cell, like, right past the halfling. And he like, sees the footprint. He's like, I swear. Whatever. Okay, about this job. Well, it seems... excuse me, sir, but I was wondering if I could join them on this job. why should I let you? Well, I mean, I'm gonna be totally honest. I mean, I'm capable. I'm able to actually, I'm able to get the job done. And on top of that, I'm the only one that was not in the other cell who, well, let's just say stole things. What do you mean by that? Well, while you were bringing in, well, one of them, especially the one over there who's, got the nice little suit on, the one that tried to steal from nobles. That guy on the way in decided to try to steal some keys, from a certain guard. What you mean? I guess nobody told you. Yeah, he has some keys missing, and he's got them. So, you wanna? I mean, you can go check them yourself, but And the captain looks at him and goes, "Look, I'm not here to go through your fantasies and everything. If you want me to check them, I'll check them. And you know what? Fine. Since you're gonna rat out other people that's in your cell and everything, make my life, I guess, a little easier. Sure. I guess I could write you down for this job too, if this so-called person has the keys. Excuse me, do I get a say in this? Because I don't have any keys. If I did, I'd just walk out of here." He does have a point. He could walk out. Where are you talking about he could walk out? Do you not see how many guards you got up front? Nobody in their right minds would walk out of here like that. Captain goes. The captain kind of like sighs and then just goes, "Well, let's check it then. Abrahams, get in here!" And quickly the door opens and she's like, "Yeah, what you want, sir?" Guy in tux, the guy in the tux there. Checking for any contraband." "Yes, sir." And walks over and he opens the door and goes through. And after fiddling for a little bit, and the captain looking over there, just trying to see what's there, finally goes, "Sir, we got a problem." "And yeah, what's that?" He goes, "There's not just keys on this guy. This guy has a drill." "A what? How the heck? I swear these are not mine." "Yeah, there's a drill over here." Oh my gosh. Okay, take him into the interrogation room, strip him down, check him for anything else. Yes, sir. I didn't do anything. Yeah. Tell that to the judge. You gotta, really? And he starts basically you see him kind of like get pulled out of the room. And as he's getting pulled out of the room, you could just see him like angrily staring at the halfling as he's basically getting dragged out by this guy. He goes, "Well, seems like your story was true there. Did you know he had the hand drill? Who do you think made that hole in the wall?" He goes, "I did notice that hole. Well, thanks for that. I guess I can put you on this, but I am gonna need consent from the others on the job, mostly because they weren't here. You didn't come in with them, so the rest of you. Would you like this guy to join you in your job?"
Yes.
Morga.
Sure.
She actually almost says the name and then cuts herself off. It's like, Algaroth.
Oh.
Do you think we should let him?
I do think I'm so close to my father, but they said no. Yeah, let's just bring him along. But I'll lead over to her and I just go, just keep a check in your pockets at all times.
Well, since I don't see any objections, I guess welcome aboard. Time to give you your job. It's pretty simple. There's a guy. What his real name is, I have no clue. But a lot of people call him Old Man Joe. Don't know why they call him old. Mid-30s. But they call him Old Man Joe. He lives down at the southern part of the town, and as you get down there, there's gonna be there's gonna be a church down there. The church in the southern part of town. Once you get there, just head down the street east a little bit, and you'll eventually make it to a tavern down there. Can't remember what the tavern's called, but once you get there, go south on a little dirt road that's there. And as you head down, there's gonna be this like shack, essentially. That shack there, that's pretty much where you're gonna find them. And like I said before, though, do be careful because Old Man Joe, he doesn't mess around. He will, in fact, bite your knees off. As for whether he's actually armed or not, I have no clue. And every time that I've sent people, they said that there's usually at least one other person with them, but usually they're just kind of there. They're not really dangerous. So should be an easy job. I need you to bring him back here alive and uninjured. So if injury's not that big of a deal, but I would prefer not to have to go through that whole aspect because then we'll have to call down a medic and everything. So it's probably best to just keep him unscathed if you can.
You wouldn't have to call down a medic because I am our group's medic. I could heal him up before coming over here.
Really?
Yes. If that would make paperwork.
And why the hell did I call a doctor for you earlier?
I used up all my juice when we're fighting the rats.
Oh my god. Okay. Well.
But if we rest for a while, I can regain stamina, and then we can go do the job.
Okay. Well, if you need time to rest, you can. But, the moment you leave here, you got 24 hours to get it done. If you don't get it done within the 24 hours, we'll be sending a search party after you. And from there, you're gonna be deemed as failed mercenaries, and well, you'll be arrested again. So.
And I'm assuming if we fail, our bail would go up.
No, but if you fail, your court date may get pushed back.
We don't want that. So, yeah, we'll if you come back tomorrow morning, and we'll go out and do your job.
Okay.
Can I make a request before you go? Can I have my journal back so I can write all this down?
Sure.
If that's possible.
He takes his bag from under his armor, pulls it around, he grabs the journal. He hands it through the bars to you. He goes, "Here."
She happily accepts her legacy back.
And she goes, he goes, "Well, I'm gonna head off. Before I go, I'm gonna go put in a request so you can get some food and everything. So, you
Thank you.
Yeah. Get some sleep, and hopefully you're ready for the job in the morning." And you see him kind of just walk off, hear the door open and then close. And a few minutes later, they bring out food. They don't say anything. The guards just kind of like basically, they just slide in some trays with stuff. They do this to all the cells. Get a tray for each of you so you could eat some. Food's not exactly tasty. It's not terrible. It's not good. It's edible. It's basically like a bland food essentially. But as you sit there and eat it and everything, you see Dale kind of like untie the stilts off his legs, and he goes, "Well, being able to actually stretch out my legs is kind of nice. I gotta say, I'm very, it was very generous of all of you to let me come on this job with you."
We didn't really have a choice, now did we?
Nope, but it was mighty generous of you not to turn me down when the time was right. And he leans back against the wall and just kind of like rests up against the wall and stretches his legs out some more.
We're gonna regret this tomorrow, aren't we?
For sure. It'll be okay.
Hopefully we could, find Yorn while we're out there. Fill him in.
And so, do you just spend the night, free basically, just doing whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No rituals, nothing like that you want to do during the night, just...
Other than writing my journal, no.
Okay. So, you spend the night with Dale there. Dale kind of just rests up and everything. You do notice that, like, during the night, he's basically cuddling the stilts. The one stilt with a shoe in it, and the other one with a stick of dynamite. And he just kind of like cuddles the stilts there and just goes to sleep in the corner, leaving all of you to have a good night's rest, or as best as you can. They did end up bringing some bedrolls for everybody, so you can sleep a little better. Not exactly great, but a little better. As you will all wake up the next morning, where we will start your job as the mercenary in the next episode of eDIOCRACY. And so, with the journey taking a halt at the current moment, stuck in a cell, I want to say thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you press the like, subscribe buttons down below, and please comment. What are your thoughts on Dale? Do you think Dale is all cracked up to his crazy shenanigans, or do you think he's a psychotic man-child that's about to blow them all up with dynamite?
I was about to say, he is some type of cracked up, I can tell you that much.
Put your predictions down below, and we will see all of you guys. What?
I was going to say, a different prediction. What do you think's going on with the conspiracy that Yorn said?
That's a good point. How do you think this is all going to play out? Go on ahead, put your predictions down below. We will see all of you guys later. This is the cast of eDIOCRACY saying, peace out. Have an amazing night or day wherever the heck you are, and we'll see all of you in the next episode of eDIOCRACY. Bye-bye!
Bye.